Hello, hello, testing. Hi everyone. Sorry I'm a little late. I just finished feeding the kitten. The kitten is still okay. I think we had a good bonding moment today. It just napped with me um around after lunchtime. We just had a nice long nap together. It was nice. Uh okay, let me check first if you guys can actually hear me. All right, you should be able to hear me. Okay, so as mentioned in the title, today I wanted to watch the teasers for season 3. I think the ZZZ YouTube channel just put it up today. Punchy, you don't understand, she's bringing the sun. I have a feeling that's a reference to something that's gonna happen later in the story, so I don't get it yet, but it sounds like we're gonna get more Wanshi, which I'm actually looking forward to. I actually really, honestly, I like all of the Strike Hawk team, mostly because I feel like their personalities are just so different from each other, but they work really well together. Like, you can argue that maybe Lucia and Lee have the same personality. You can also, I guess, argue that Vera and her team are more feral and unhinged for for lack of a better term. They're kind of wild. And then for the Ascendants, mostly they can all agree that Luna is the best and should be worshipped. But with Strike Hawk, it feels like they're three distinctive separate people, but they just work together, and I actually really like that about them. It's just a ZZZ and PGR reference. Oh, you mean, yeah, bringing the sun? You're talking about Sunbringer? That's something I'm looking forward to, because I think in the thumbnail for that video, I think I saw Sunbringer. Hold on, let me show you guys. Okay, let me close the starting screen. Alright. Bring my little chibi right there. Okay, I think in the thumbnail for the latest video, like, you can see Sunbringer right there. Eh, 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 eh. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Sunbringer. I think. Because Sunbringer is the one with the horns, right? I'm pretty sure that's Sunbringer. Okay, let me see. Can you guys hear the video? Yep. Strike Hawk do be endearing. They are! They're such good boys. Even Kamu. Even if he has the darkness. So this is the season 3 area. Alicia! Ah, the little bang boos! I'm looking forward to the new bang boos. I like the bang boos. The Celestial Nexus. Rose Califer. So this is the place that Sunbringer created, which, which means more bang boos, hopefully. What? Were you taking a picture or trying to shoot at it? Oh. Norma! Apparently you're S-class. Speaking of wind, Valina's gonna be the first wind character. So that's something I'm also looking forward to. Oh, hello, boobies. I'm looking forward to seeing the, like, special effects for the wind characters. Not the Dedaboo. Male character. Hopefully that guy wasn't an NPC or an antagonist. Elegant! Oh my god, it's the Spy X Family Headmaster.
What I mean is, your tactics are sound, but your execution still needs work.
Jean? Oh. No, the poor big boo. Its life flashed before its eyes.
And yet...
No A classes anytime soon. I guess it's similar to how it is in HSR now. No more 4 stars. Ooh. Ooh. Metal Bender? Oh. She's like the Fatui Harbinger. I forgot her name, but the one with the eyes covered in Genshin. Oh dang, she's in a sauna. Child? Is that you? I see Ginger and I immediately think child. Ah. Hey, says brother, when are you gonna be released? Hoyo, bring him out of the basement. Him and Screwlum. Screwy also deserves to leave the basement. Alicia. I honestly forgot her name in ZZT, so I'm just calling her Alicia right now. And now she's back to white. It doesn't seem as bridal as Cyrene or Alicia in Honkai. Sunbringer! Are you asleep? Cryosleep? No. Okay. Alright, I guess that's just a teaser for all of the characters we're gonna see in Season 3. Not that many husbandos, unfortunately. But all of the girls look very beautiful. Kinda disappointed none of their designs look interesting. Except the brother and Sunbringer. Yeah, I feel like maybe it's just because I can't really put my hand on like what culture this is based on. It just looks, you know, generically. Is this supposed to be like a toilet for the bamboos? But they're in the toilets. Okay, never mind. It just seems, you know, vaguely European, vaguely Western. Like, say what you want about Season 2, but at least Waifei Peninsula, you can tell, oh, that's based on Chinese culture. But this, kind of hard to pinpoint what it is exactly. I guess maybe it should be like kind of European. But yeah, their outfits and themes are a little too varied for me to be able to tell. Who knows? Season 3 hasn't even dropped yet, so I guess I will... Booba. I guess I won't... I'll try not to criticize it too much. It hasn't released yet. And there's a zombie. Wait, zombie? Is she related to Corin? Yes, the RIP thing and the... Huh. I forgot what this is called, but those marks like Corin. The hair is the same color as Corin. Bioshock Infinite style. Bioshock Infinite. Ah. Okay, yeah. So this is also like vaguely European or like vaguely British. Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. This looks like a pretty old game. Oh, okay. Yeah, so those are like my first thoughts on Season 3 without actually playing Season 3. Again, I guess I'll reserve any criticisms for until Season 3 is actually released and like I actually start playing it. Because so far, right now, I gotta admit, Season 1 is still peak for me and Season 2 is way, way below that. Somehow, they only have 2 seasons and Season 2 is already at 5th place for me. So, I'm hoping at the very least Season 3 will be a little better. This whole region is kinda inspired by that game. Ah. You know what? Reverse 1999? That's also really, really inspired by vaguely European and British stuff. But that one actually feels British, you know? It could just be because the voice actors have that British accent. But that one I think has more of a solid identity when it comes to the culture of their region, of their game. But again, could just be the accents. Right, anyway, I will reserve all criticisms for now. I will give it a fair chance. And, for now, let's just go back to... Oh, the car passing by. Alright, let's go back to Echo Aria. Where we last left off. Wanshi has been disconnected from Babylonia, and now Strikehawk, the rest of Strikehawk, are gonna go after him. I'm pretty sure this takes place before Kamu, because we didn't see Kamu when they were discussing about Wanshi being missing. It was just Kamui and Chrome. So yeah, let's see those two boys go after their doctor. The pure white world is stable and sweet. The world is no longer pale. As Wanshi regains consciousness, he realizes he's inside a building. Building? The surrounding walls are covered with neat and orderly knife scratches, as if someone was counting something. However, there are far too many scratches to count now. Oh, he's been kidnapped. He was with another construct, right? He was, um... Oh my god, I can't think of the name, but he was with another guy. Did that guy get killed? Did that guy get kidnapped too? He played Reverse 1999 in Japanese and still feels British. It's the old find the items in a room game charm. It has, oh yeah, those games. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I really like playing those games on mobile. Yeah. It feels like that. I think, I don't know, maybe it's just because the art style uh lends better to having more of that kind of British feel, probably. But then again, ZZZ's art style isn't really that different. Like, it's still very anime with, you know, different weird hair colors and big eyes. Mm. Yeah, again, I'll try not to criticize too much about Season 3. Season 3 hasn't even dropped yet. Wanshi tries to send activation signals to his limbs, but his attempts are futile. Guess I can't move. Dude, I wish I were as chill as you. If I woke up and, like, realized I was paralyzed, I'd be like, well, I'm dying, I guess. Right, as he tries to assess the damage to his body, his vision is filled with the black hole of a muzzle. Hello? Oh, is this the guy that we were fighting? I wouldn't move if I were you. Seeing as he didn't kill me while I was out, I'd wager he isn't a part of the same organization as that gear thing. Okay, so it's not gear. Maybe While Wanshi is thinking about what to say, the old man takes the initiative. Hey, what the hell are you? Have you not heard of constructs, sir? Oh, is this, like, early on? After the apocalypse? If he hasn't heard of constructs? No. We saw Chrome. Chrome is already a construct, so it should be pretty far into the apocalypse by now, huh? You look like a human, but there ain't a single human thing about you. Have you never seen a construct? Maybe he's heard of them, but he's never actually seen one, so it's weirding him out. You're obviously a machine, but you ain't acting like those crazy fuckers wandering around the area. Who are you and what you doing here? You wanna play Reverse 1999 again at some point? Same, I wanna play that again too. The game is as big as Wuwa on the phone for some reason. That was back in release, so who knows. Oh, I didn't know how big it actually was. So it was that big during release. Okay. I didn't hear about that. I mean, for it to be big now, I guess I can understand. The game is kind of old. Huh. Okay. But yeah, I do want to go back to playing Reverse 1999, but I haven't because I want to play it on stream. And I feel like I'll only play it on stream once I finish or catch up with PGR. I'm thinking once I've caught up to PGR, I want to try playing 2 different games. So, you know, try to catch up to 2 different separate games' stories. I'm thinking one is definitely going to be Reverse 1999. And then another, maybe Where Winds Meet? But I haven't really decided yet. But that's gonna be way off in the future. I'm still here. I'm still stuck in Echo Aria. It's gonna be a while. Choose your words carefully. Depending on your answer, you'll either be greeted with a bullet from my gun or a good morning kiss. I don't want either, sir. I'm just a construct that came here by mistake. Huh? What the hell is a construct? Have you been in a coma throughout the apocalypse? Has he been in cryosleep or something and was just thawed? And with that, the old man aims his rifle at Wanshi's forehead. Don't you know? It's a bit of a hassle to explain. In short, it's a humanoid robot made of tantalum copolymer. Tantalum copolymer with the help of a human consciousness module. Layman terms, Wanshi. It'll be a while, yeah. Alright, enough. So, they put a human brain in this tin can? I guess you could put it like that. Fuck, ain't that some blasphemy? Do humans really want to run around on Earth like that? I mean, it's either that or send in actual human soldiers to get corrupted on Earth. So, all in all, we don't really have much of a choice. The old man spits to the side and lowers his rifle from Wan Chi's forehead. I ain't ever seen any fella like you before. Construct, eh? That's a mouthful. I'll just call you by your name. How is Construct a mouthful? Name's Arnold. What's your name? Wan Chi. Wan Chi. Fuck, that ain't much better. Are you being racist, Arnold? Are you saying that Wan Chi's name is difficult because it's not a white name? High stakes. Welcome. Welcome, grandchild. Hello. Anyways, looks like you've seen better days. This place has been abandoned for quite some time. I ain't seen anyone alive here in ages. How do you end up here? How do you end up here, sir? How did you not know about constructs? I don't remember. I don't even know where this place is. I'd recommend giving Neverness to Everness another week. The optimization is something. Oh, wait, Rojak, that actually makes me want to play it tomorrow because I kind of want to see how good or how messed up it is on release, I know the game has been out for a while. It's just that Global was recently released, so I kind of want to see how wonky it is um, early on in the release of the game. I don't think I will give it a week. I'm playing it tomorrow. All I know is that the mission I was carrying out failed, so I was en route to the evac point. And then I just fell asleep. Well, you were attacked, Wanchi, so I think this time you get a pass. You didn't just fall asleep. More like knocked the fuck out, fell asleep my ass. You were on a mission, eh? Looking at your gear and nameplate, guessing you were a soldier? Doctor? I don't know, I think he does fight. And he, uses a sniper rifle and stuff, but wouldn't he be classified more as a support construct? Don't want to tell me who you are? Not like it matters. I wouldn't be going around running my mouth telling my life story to folks that I just met neither. Sorry. Don't mention it. Soldiers are all the same. I get it. Oh, you were a soldier? I just know a dumbass war vet is all. Sounds like you two were close. Live long enough and you'll find yourself a few buddies. Same goes for you, right? You could say so. With wounds as bad as these, I can hear them yelling at me whenever I close my eyes. you can hear Chrome nagging. I ain't no grease monkey, but I can sure as hell say it's a miracle you made it this far. If me and my buddy hadn't kept working on you while you were knocked out, who knows when you would have woken up. Oh, so even though he's never heard of a construct, he still tried to fix up Wan Chi's frame. Okay, that's actually pretty nice of you, Arnold. You tried it on your phone yesterday. It was basically a slideshow on ultra low settings. So you cleaned your mail and dipped. Oh, okay. Hopefully it'll be better since I'm gonna be playing it on PC. Hopefully they'll make it better, but... slideshow, huh? I mean, not for nothing, but that's basically, how PGR is, right? For the story part. So if it's like PGR for story, then I wouldn't mind. Just like that, a small round robot appears at Wan Chi's bedside. Arnold waves to the robot and it jumps on his shoulder. It seems that this is what Arnold calls his buddy. As for other people with really good computers suffered yesterday as well. Driver errors on PC. Should I try that? You're scaring me, Rojak. You're scaring me. If I don't play it tomorrow, then what do I... No, what game would I play instead? Maybe I could look into, what was that game you mentioned before? Warframe? I think you mentioned that while I was playing Duet Night Abyss. But yeah, maybe I could do that instead. I can't believe you're making me afraid of it. I can't believe you're making me afraid of the game. Wuthering Zone Company from what you see in Wuthering Zone? Never heard of that before. Is that another gacha game? It only patch you up a bit. After all, I ain't never seen this kind of tech before. Thanks, but why did you help me? Because of a promise I made with that dumbass. Of course, I got my own reasons, but that's in the past. Anyways, you're safe now. Arnold gestures with his hand and walks over to a corner. You hungry, Wanchi? I still got some canned herring. constructs can eat, but in theory, we don't have to. Constructs can eat. I need to remember this. I keep asking this question when I'm pretty sure they've answered this a few times already. They can't eat, they don't need to. Ain't that convenient? Arnold takes out a knife from his waistband and skillfully opens some bulging cans. Suddenly, a strange pungent smell fills the confined space and somehow manages to reactivate Wanchi's damaged smell module. Oh, it's uh fermented herring. I forgot what it's called, but there's that food that YouTubers like to try because of how pungent the smell is, and it's basically just canned fish. I forgot what it's called, but Sustrima or something. It's very Icelandic or very Nordic sounding name. But is it that? Do some horror, Grandma. The thing is, horror doesn't really do anything for me, you know? I don't really have much of a reaction to horror. So I feel like it's just gonna be more of a boring stream. More boring than usual. Neverness to Everness is Woo-wah, ZZZ, Limbus, kinda. So it's more like an open world where you play. I honestly have been I've been avoiding any kind of trailer or spoilers for the game, so I don't even know what the gameplay is like. But if it's like WoA and ZZZ, then I guess that means it's more open world, huh? Phew, what's that? I think I'd have nightmares if I ate that. Kids these days, it tastes healthy and keeps you on your toes. And to think I wanted to share it with you. Guess ain't easy to come by, you know. Now ain't it like it was in the past. When I'd eat, I'd set up a table outside and ask my buddy to play my favorite bass tunes. I'd eat heron with crisp bread, potato, and butter. No garlic bread? Listen to tunes and kick up my feet in the evening breeze. No people making a ruckus, and none of these buildings blocking my view of the sky. Moonlight and stars shining all over me ain't nothing like that now. Try Dead Out? Actually, hold on. You guys have been mentioning, have mentioned a bunch of names just in this stream. Let me write it down. I actually have like a list of games that you guys have suggested so far. Let's see. Dead Out, Limbus. What was that other one you said? Wuthering Zone. You can play it tomorrow. Should be patched by then. Most likely. Just don't bother with high settings. Okay, I'll try that. Yeah, because I have been looking forward to Neverness to Everness. And I've seen, like, streams of other people playing and stuff. I haven't seen the streams, but I've seen that other people have started streaming it. So I kind of have FOMO now. I want to see what it's all about. After opening the can with his knife, Arnold begins munching on the fish as he reflects on scenes of his past. Wuthering Zone is a game. That's not a game. That's a joke. Okay, fine. Let me remove it from the list. Listen, you guys should know by now. I take everything you guys say seriously, okay? Don't try to trick me like that. Your grandma doesn't understand sarcasm. But thanks to those monsters in an easy fight in supplies, and I can't stay out too long. Oh wow, can't even imagine. Bahaha, that's normal. A lot of stuff you gotta see for yourself. Arnold smiles and puts the last piece of fish from the can in his mouth with his knife. Just then, Wanchi notices the sphere bot on Arnold's shoulder shudders slightly. Why is there's always gotta be problems when I'm eating? Oh, what is it? Ain't nothing. I gotta go out for a sec. Really? At a time like this? You betcha. How else would an old man like me still be around? Arnold grabs his rifle, climbs up the ladder on the wall, opens the closed hatch above his head, and leaves the room. So, no word on the other construct that was with Wanchi? Is that guy actually dead? Let me write that down as well. Grandma, after all, I feel like stuff like sarcasm, you gotta actually hear the person to know that they're being sarcastic, you know? Sarcasm just doesn't translate well over text, over chat. Well, I guess I'll take this time to... Why is it suddenly smoking in the room, Wanchi? Right as Arnold leaves, Wanchi closes his eyes and begins to run diagnostics on the extent of internal damage. Has the damage from the battle and the side effects from the temporary blockage now completely blocked my internal connection circuits? What a drag. Shikamaru. Looking around, a cloud of gray and yellow dust fills the underground space. The only light within the room comes from the beta lamp overhead. On one side of the room, parts are stacked on what appears to be a mechanical workbench. However, the layer of dust indicates that these items have not been used in quite some time. I wonder if Troy has reached the evac point safely. Yeah, Troy. That's the guy's name. After thinking for a while, Wanshi shakes his head and closes his eyes. Well, looks like there's nothing I can do right now. I guess I'll just kick up my feet for a while. Yeah, nothing else to do but nap. Go take a nap, Wanshi. I'm back. Miss me, kiddo? Oh, you're back. Arnold's loud voice wakes up Wanshi. Oh my god, I need to stop. Stop clicking! Half awake, Wanshi barely manages to open his eyes and look in Arnold's direction. Ugh, today took a little longer than usual. After climbing down the ladder, Arnold throws his rifle to the side and collapses on the shabby sofa in the corner. I don't know why, but there are more of those damn monsters wandering around outside than ever before. This is making me wonder, is he actually fighting the corrupted, or is he fighting a bunch of constructs that he thinks are corrupted, you know? Because he did say he's never seen a construct before. Maybe he's mistaken some constructs to be corrupted before this. They're wandering around like a herd of sheep. Could it be? Don't worry about it. I took care of them already. Arnold reaches for his windbreaker, then quickly points his finger out in front of him like shooting a gun. All the top actors used to do this. Oh, you don't say. You kiddos don't understand why women used to fall head over heels for this kind of thing. I am women. I don't think I've ever been attracted to any kind of soldier or fighter related anything really. I know for some people that's a huge kink of theirs, like people who are part of the military or police force and seeing them in uniforms and stuff. But I don't know, for me it's not my thing. No, I'm not trying to yuck your yum. Like, no shame to you if that's your kind of kink. It's just not for me. Arnold's mouth curls into a half-hearted smile. He crosses his legs and reclines on the sofa. I wonder if these monsters are acting so strange has got something to do with labeling you as some sort of fugitive. Labeling him as a fugitive? Yeah, I think this place is gonna be crawling with danger here soon. That's basically the Korean population. I mean, I know that joining the military is mandatory for them, but I also know that a lot of K-pop fans really like seeing their K-pop idols in the uniform, so you might be onto something. You leave while you still can, Arnold. Who the hell do you think I am? Think I can just leave you here in your condition and save my own hide? But you don't have to do it for a stranger. I don't care even if we just met. I ain't gonna do it. Do you know what it's like living in a prosperous and bleak metropolis? City folk turn a blind eye to those around them. That's how awful society was like during the Golden Age. Maybe he was in cryosleep or something if he's talking about the Golden Age. Even though I know at this point it's been a long time because Chrome is a construct already. Also, yeah, apparently the story of how 911, you know, the emergency phone number became a thing was the fact that someone was getting murdered behind an apartment building, and pretty much it wasn't even nighttime. Pretty much everyone in the apartment building heard something, but they didn't bother checking what it was, or like felt like they would get in trouble if they tried to interfere. So yeah, basically someone was murdered, everyone heard it, but no one did a thing to help. So then the emergency hotline number was created, so that way, you know, even if people couldn't bring themselves to help in person, they could at least call that number to make sure that, you know, police or any kind of you know, emergency ambulance or something can come and take care of it for them. So yeah, that's your little not so fun fact for tonight. Hey, Yvonne, hola, hello, welcome, hello. People used to care about each other. You won't read about that in those data files of yours. Changes like that in society can't be recorded in those files with just a few words or statistics. I've seen the kindness of humanity and experienced the indifference of society. Human society flourished for a time, but then they became indifferent to each other. I can't watch people survive in such indifference and selfishness. I ain't gonna join them, and I sure as hell ain't gonna be like them. Yeah, this is making me believe that he's actually older than he looks. That, you know, that he's maybe he has been in a coma or something, and that's why he's never heard of constructs before. It's fun for you because 911 is not the emergency number here. I'm guessing it's also the story that inspired other emergency numbers like 911 in other countries, you know? Because overall, that is a good idea for any country to have, even if 911 isn't your country's emergency number. But that don't mean I hate humanity. One, quite the opposite, actually. We can't just give up on others, no matter who it is. Calling it escaping sounds nice, but it's really just weakness. I don't want to see this kind of weakness in humanity, so that's why I live here alone with my buddy. But I still can't sit by and ignore the lives of others. So, you see, it's the two of us who are gonna get out of here alive. But I know you can't move in your condition. So how about this? I fix you up, and we get the hell out of Dodge. Huh? Don't underestimate this old-timer. I used to be a doctor. Oh, that's how I've managed to modify this old body of mine and keep it up and running for so long. Oh, yeah. I see the, metal under... Yeah, the metal arm thing. Under that paint, it's, like you can see it's actually, definitely metal through and through. Oh, okay. You know, I'm surprised that there aren't more soldiers like this, you know, with basically, metal limbs, like in Full Metal Alchemist. Like, yeah, having them be completely made, you know, completely mechanical, like constructs, might be better. But, you know, for those who can't, or who aren't compatible to be a construct, if they do lose a limb, then, yeah, why not? Why can't Babylonia do this for them, you know? Then again, we've never met anyone, any human soldier missing a limb. So maybe there are a few like that and we just don't know because it's under their clothes. Who knows? Maybe all this time Hassan actually only has one arm left and like the missing arm has been replaced by a metal limb like this. Maybe Hassan is actually the Winter Soldier. Arnold wakes up to Wanshi and lifts up his coat, revealing numerous surgical scars covering his body. I see. But it ain't easy operating alone. That's why I built my partner here to lend a hand. Arnold straightens out his clothes with one hand and pats the sphere bot on his shoulder with the other. Well then, tell me what I need to know to get up in there and fix those nuts and bolts of yours. I can't just go in blind. I want to show you my handiwork. Arnold dusts off the workstation and wheels it over to Wanshi's bedside. It is impressive that one, he's able to do this to his own body. You know, I'm guessing making this mechanical arm while he only had one arm to use must have been really hard. And two, he's supposed to be a doctor, but this isn't really a doctor kind of thing. This is more like an engineering kind of thing. So he's an engineer and an MD. The ZZZ trailer for season 3 characters. Yeah, we just saw it early on in the stream. So my initial thoughts are not as many husbandos, and also like it doesn't feel like it has its own culture or like a solid identity like season 2, like Waifei Peninsula did. Though to be fair, season 1 also doesn't really have much of a culture. Like you can't really tell where which culture season 1 was based on exactly. But again, it's just a teaser, so I feel like I'm gonna leave my further than initial thoughts for later, for once I actually played the season 3. Arnold dusts off the workstation and wheels it over to Wanshi's bedside. Like you said, time is of the essence. Let's get this over and done with. Okay, drink, hydrate. Ah, you're kind of interested in one character in the trailer. Which one? I remember seeing one that looked like Durandal or Jean, and then of course there's the Elysia one and Sunbringer. There's Norma. I think out of all the characters right now, I'm more interested in, I forgot her name, but the one that's gonna be the first wind character. You know, I just want to see what the special effects for the wind element would look like. But other than that, I don't really have any that I'm really looking forward to. Then again, I don't really have that much information on them for now. But yeah, the one I'm looking forward to the most right now is definitely the wind character. The blonde one. So the one that looks like Durandal from Honkai, the one that looks like Jean from Genshin. The one that said elegance, like the principal from Spy X Family. I mean the headmaster. You really have a thing for blondes. Okay, well, you know what? Fair enough. That blonde one was definitely very hot. There was also the one in pigtails. That one, I didn't say it during my reaction to the video, but that one, her clothes look very separate, very different from the other season 3 characters. It could just be that I didn't get a good look at her clothes because they were mostly shoving her boobas in the screen. But yeah, her outfit, now that I kind of remember it, it looked very different from like Norma's and from Alicia's. It just didn't seem similar-ish to the season 3 characters. But again, I will leave my criticisms for once I actually play season 3. The mechanical arm on the workstation swings back and forth as the spear bot hands various tools to Arnold. 3 centimeters to the left. Cut the artificial skin, then open the upper mechanical cover. Is this it? Yep. This sure is some mighty fine craftsmanship. Well, it came at the cost of a lot of research and sacrifice. Yeah, specifically human sacrifice. Specifically human experimentation. Ah, I just realized his little buddy is right there. They actually added the little buddy. I see. Guess it ain't easy being a construct. I had no idea technology in the outside world had come this far. Huh? You don't know what's going on in the outside world? Don't know, don't care. I don't know how long it's been since I left society and started living by myself out here in no man's land. Honestly, I would do this too if I could, if I had the resources. I just live out on my own, maybe in the woods, as long as I have you know, good internet connection for me to still stream and play games. That would be nice. That would just be perfect for me actually. My god, your grandma's a hermit? I'm an old hermit lady. All I remember is opening my hatch one day and the whole world had changed. Opening his hatch, so he's been here since before the apocalypse? See this hand? I amputated it when it got infected and started to fester. That's why it's modified the way it is now. Oh, so it got infected by the virus and just cutting it off stopped the infection? I mean, yeah, at that point, it's not like he had much of a choice except to try that. I'm just more surprised it worked. You would think that Babylonia and the others would have figured out that something like that worked for cutting off the infection. Then again, I guess if you got infected like in the chest or in the head, then it's gonna be a lot harder to cut it off. But hey, if you were infected in the limb, then you know what? Just you know? I feel like if that happened to me, I would also prefer to just Luckily, this pile of protective gear only came at the cost of a hand. Wow, impressive. I know, right? I am also impressed. Of course, who the hell do you think I am? Who hadn't heard of Arnold back then? Hey, Arnold! Listening to Arnold speak, the sphere bot handing him tools suddenly kicks him in the face. Why are you kicking him? Busy. Fuck, completely forgot. Thanks for reminding me, bud. It's alright. Enough about the past. I've long abandoned everything I once had. As for the protective equipment, it ain't as powerful as you, little buddy. I built this little guy out of scrap metal I picked up from the dump. He built that in a cave with a box of scraps! There's just enough to keep me going. Me and my partner are like on an island cut off from the outside world. I see. Think I can borrow that buddy of yours, Arnold? Sure, what for? Arnold stops his work and grabs a water bottle from the cabinet off to the side. He squeezes it into his mouth, but only a few drops dribble out. Yeah, if he's alone like this, then he's gotta figure out food and water all on his own. And, like, we did see that he uses fire, flames, right, to light up this place, so... Like, does he have to keep looking for kerosene lamps, or does he have to look for gas, like the one you use for your stove? He's gotta figure all of that out on his own, huh? And it must have been a lot harder when he only had one arm to work with. After that, Arnold throws the water bottle aside, then grabs the spear bot off his shoulder and tosses it next to Wanshi. Try connecting it to my temple. Like this? Arnold pulls a connector from the back of the spear bot and attaches it to Wanshi's head. The surrounding environment suddenly changes. The dingy underground room becomes a spacious white city. The bricks and stones that built the city pour out from the ocean above, pass through Arnold and Wanshi, then splice into various buildings within the city. Oh, this looks kind of what's the word? Kind of not wonky, but it looks surreal, I guess. It's like, what am I seeing? Am I in Inception? The architecture changes styles continuously. In an instant, the city goes from magnificent European halls to mottled urban ruins, then to a blood-red dead zone. Light and shadows alternate rapidly in the city. The boundary between day and night begins to blur. The white city continuously alters its shape. Refracted sunlight shines from above, unveiling a blue ocean of data behind it. Various buildings and images reflect in the ocean, waiting for the two divers to give instructions. Is this Inception? Huh? Ichigo Brain, is that you? Yeah. It does look like the soul world for Ichigo and Zangetsu. Oh, it does. Well, I think this will give you a glimpse of the outside world. What's this? Is this what the city looks like now? Is that the ocean up there? Well, that's the data stream up there. It just looks like the ocean is all. Arnold is stunned for a moment as he scans the changing scenery around him. Survey work is tedious, so I asked someone to modify the projection recording function. I can basically reproduce what I've seen from the data stream overhead. That sure is convenient. You can even see Arnold shakes his head, aware that he was of what he was about to ask. Forget it. I stopped caring about the past ages ago. Yeah, but, just because you don't care doesn't mean you can't find this interesting. Show me where people live now. In space! And on a train, for some reason. And in the desert. And in the frozen desert. The surrounding city folds in on itself, revealing Babylonia. Well, the old cities were mostly destroyed by the war, so everyone basically lives in Babylonia. Babylonia? I thought it was only under development. Not that it was already finished. Yeah, so this guy maybe has been in cryosleep or in a coma this whole time. If he thought that Babylonia still wasn't finished. Good thing you know about Babylonia. Saves me from having to explain it. That's amazing. Humans have ascended to the heavens. The heavens? I guess you could say so. In short, human beings live, develop, and proliferate in preparation to recapture Earth at every moment. The scene of Babylonia gradually transitions to display the flow of people and construct soldiers being sworn into action. Wanchi is basically sharing his flashback with Arnold. On the other side, cities have devolved into battlefields. Constructs continue to charge corrupted, fighting and dying in battle. Scenes of devastation appear around Arnold and Wanchi. Survivors and constructs fight bravely against the corrupted, unleashing destruction on the surface. Is this really the world we live in? Why are we trying to recapture Earth? Why not? I mean, not like there's anything better to do. Why? I still don't know the answer to that question. You've thrown yourself into this war and you ain't got an answer? Is it because you're looking for one? No, I don't think so. Without the help of the sphere bot, Arnold has to get the repair tools himself. As he looks for tools, he says, then why recapture this sick planet? Sick? You mean the punishing virus? No, the planet was sick long before that. The cities and societies of the past were all sick. I mean, he's not wrong. Can't argue with you there, Arnold. Maybe the virus and monsters that are now spreading outside are punishment for the diseased society of the Golden Age. While mankind enjoys a prosperous life, it breeds a source of disease known as corruption and degeneration. Does humanity really need to return to this planet? Maybe we should focus on tomorrow instead of the hopeless things of the past. What's the point of sacrificing so much to recover Earth? Well, it's home. I think it's so mankind can return to Earth one day. Do you want to return to Earth? Do you really want mankind to have another golden age? Finally finding the right tool, Arnold returns to Wanchi and continues to work on the next section of repairs. Honestly, I've had my doubts on the collective goals of mankind for some time now. But humanity's path to achieving their goals is paved in whitewashed lies, yet we continue to work towards this goal. Just like before, huh? I've never been determined to win at all costs like those around me. In the long war, a ray of hope shines above every construct. In order to win a menial victory, they use their own flesh and blood to pave the dark road to humanity's ultimate goal. I've had countless dreams that humanity ended in tragic defeat. The flame had grown so weak, the darkness finally came. I am the darkness. After a brief struggle, the moat was finally extinguished. Is he above the skip button? What is this power? I mean, he was also above the review button and the auto button. It was when he's not blacked out like this. It was like merging together with his hair, so it was kind of hard to see. Cold block was hot. Plus coffee. Hope you can sleep tonight. Sticks, are you one of those people who get sleepy after you drink caffeine? I know some people, like, they get sleepy after drinking, you know, Nestle, Nescafe and stuff. But I'm not one of those people. I'm one of the opposite types where if I drink caffeine, I have a hard time sleeping. I don't think I've ever seen any of those people in the wild, in real life, I mean. I have thought and tried. But now I realize that personal efforts pale in significance when faced with our current reality. I'm too exhausted to think about answers right now. I have a feeling that during Wanchi's interlude, they're gonna show me what his backstory is, basically why he doesn't really believe that it's possible to reclaim Earth, but he's doing it anyway. But he's still fighting anyway, I mean. Isn't that perfect then? See, it merges with his hair. Use this time to abandon this rotten Earth. Throw away all the troubles and thoughts, all the travesties of human history. Travel to the stars and begin a new era. Yeah, I have a feeling if Elon Musk were in charge instead of Hassan, they would have colonized Mars a long time ago. Get sleepy after caffeine unless it's a Monster Energy. That one actually does its job. With milk, yes. If sugar, no. Yeah. Sugar also tends to keep people awake. Oh, okay, so Rojak, you're also one of those people who gets sleepy after caffeine. Except Monster Energy, huh? I've never had a Monster drink or a Red Bull, but I've heard that those two definitely have the most caffeine. I can't do that. Because I've had many dreams about another potential future. Eventually, the surviving humans will bathe in the first light of dawn. In this dream, there stands my comrades who have maintained conviction, as am I. My comrades look to each other with smiles of satisfaction. The civilization that humanity only spoke of once again becomes a reality. So, he's basically just doing this for Kamui and Chrome. If he imagines a future where they won, he mostly imagines Chrome and Kamui being satisfied. That's kind of sweet, to be honest. We finally return to Earth and save ourselves. Once confused, cowardly, and wavering, I feel an unprecedented emotion standing before such a world. I feel an overwhelming sense of triumph and elation. Not elation again. I can't escape it anymore. But that was just a dream. I also imagined that humans of the Golden Age would regain their faith and that was once so close at heart. But dreams will eventually be broken. Humanity is doomed to repeat past mistakes time and time again. Oh, sorry. Disease will only be followed by new disease. You're right, we must all wake up from our dreams eventually, but in making our dreams come true, there's always something within my power. Wanchi quickly switches the projection around Arnold, countless bricks and stones from a war-torn battlefield. The projection of the battlefield gradually enlarges, showing Wanshi rushing to the aid of those wounded in an attempt to save them from the throes of death. And if we stop here, Are we not betraying our comrades, the same comrades we fought to achieve this dream, the same dream in which we share in each other's smiles? Ichigo, you must understand, this humanity didn't believe in the instinct garlic bread that you have, and so have you. Wahaha, looks like you've got more moxie than I thought. Find something you can do yourself, eh? If it were Zangetsu, we'd probably say, you are the king for now, and I am the horse, but one day I will topple you off of me and become the king myself. Or something like that. Man, I haven't watched Bleach in so long. Nothing great or noble, but a way of life that you can live in your own right. Yeah, this way of life might be a little selfish. But I hurt a lot of people and constructs in the past because of what I've done. So what? Who cares? Everyone has their own way of living, you and me both. I was a loner during the Golden Age. When I came here to get far away from society, I knew the outside world would criticize me. But had I not left, I probably wouldn't even be here speaking with you. Yeah, if you weren't here, then, you know, Wanshi would still be broken down and probably left in the middle of nowhere instead of brought in here. And no one got the right to talk shit about a life of selfishness. In the end, it just depends on your... Smiling only just a moment ago, Arnold erupts into a violent coughing fit. He's even coughing blood! He covers his mouth, but Wanshi sees blood dripping between his fingers. Arnold, you're... Arnold smiles, wiping the blood from the corners of his mouth, and continues using the tool in his other hand to connect the exposed mechanical circuits. Ain't nothing to worry about, I'm used to it. Looks like one of my organs is on the fritz again. Again? Organs? What anime are you into this day, Grandma? I haven't really watched anime recently. I mostly just read manga. So, like, Witch Hat Atelier, I read the manga, but I haven't started the anime. Because usually for animes where I've read the manga, I prefer to let the season finish first before I just binge watch all of it. But if I had to say, I guess I'm more into shonen or like action type manga. I'm not really, when it comes to manga, I'm not really into slice of life, though I do read it every once in a while. I just need something that, you know, that has a little more excitement to it. Once you finish fixing me up, why don't I return the favor and see what's wrong? You know what the hell you're doing? I mean, he's a doctor. I've had some training in first aid. Haha, let me fix you first, then we'll go from there. Alright. Before I start, drink! Okay, encounter. Hey, Chrome and Kamui. Find anything, Captain? Negative. You? Negative. Kamui and Chrome walk out from both sides of the ruins and reconvene in front of a huge pit to exchange intel. In the center of this pit are two raindrop-shaped airdrop capsules. The high temperature upon entry had severely deformed the airdrop capsule's exterior. After opening the hatch, hot air continues to emit from within the cabins. I've never seen those interceptor drones we ran into during our descent. Looks like they were deliberately trying to slow us down. Well, our mission is different this time. Wretched bastards, what are more of those fools from Babylonia doing here? There's been enough delays already. Oh. Dark object flies towards Chrome and Kamui. Instinctively, the Strike Hawks separate just in the nick of time. After finding his footing, Chrome scans the flying object and discovers that it's a mechanical head emitting static electricity. Just a head? It's Troy from Ouroboros. Oh, that's Troy. Troy's just a head now. And from Ouroboros? Okay. That's... Oh, I was about to say that's Vera's team, but no, it's not. Vera is Cerberus. Hearing Chrome utter this, Kamui sprints faster towards where the object is coming from. Right as he's about to reach the target position, Kamui swings his great sword ferociously at the building in front of him, causing it to collapse. Asshole. No way, he's cursing? Kamui? Calling someone an asshole? I'd expect it from Kamu, but not the golden retriever. Impatient, are we? No matter, this won't take long then. Behind you, Kamui. The sound previously heard appears behind Kamui all of a sudden, and he's struck by a violent whirlwind. Spirit! Hello! You can't see the screen? Hold on. Why can't you see the screen? Eh? Um, I don't know. Can you see it now? Ish. Hold on. On YouTube, it seems okay. Yo, YouTube glitch. Okay. So, yeah. So just let me know if you're still having that. Cause for me, yeah, it seems okay. With the dull crunch of metal from the impact, Kamui is sent flying into the air. Right as Kamui is about to collide with the protruding steel bars in the distant ruins, a pale blue streak of lightning gallops across the ground. Lightning doesn't gallop. In a flash, the lightning grabs Kamui and pulls him up along the wall with the steel bars. Thanks, Captain. Oh! Wait, I thought Chrome was ice type. He's lightning? I honestly forgot. Hi, Wesley! Oh, the screen is fine. Alright. Hi. It's fine now. Okay. Alright, thank you for letting me know. Wesley and Spirit, welcome back. I hope you guys have been well. The lightning gradually dissipates as Chrome reaches the top, holding Kamui's hood. I imagine he's just holding Kamui's hood the way you would hold a kitten from the back of their neck. Hello, what's up? How are you? I'm doing fine. I'm okay. Resident Evil 6 feels fresher. I'm glad you're enjoying Resident Evil 6. So, looks like we found the culprit behind all of this. That's not a corrupted. Watch out, that's no ordinary enemy. I'm looking for that fool dressed in white. Do you know where he's hiding now? Yeah, I know he means Wanshi, but Chrome is also dressed in white. Nothing I can disclose currently. Chrome Glory is ice. Oh, A-rank Chrome is electric tank. Ah, okay. Alright. Oh, by the look of your nameplate, you must be from the same squad. If I kill you, that should draw him out of hiding. Why do you want Wanshi? Give it your best shot. Captain, let me go. I'm gonna smash his face in. Let me at him. Kamui waves his greatsword in the air, but Chrome tightens his grip on Kamui's hood. Glory is the tank too. Yeah, I think you guys mentioned before that all of, or at least most of the Strike Hawk team are tanks. We just need to buy some time so we can find Wanshi and retreat. Alright, got it. Justice in white. Let the wedding commence! I mean, if they did get married, wouldn't Kamui be in the dress? He's done it before. Kamui's already in black and Chrome is in white. Yeah, there should be a wedding. Do 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 do. This is hidden, right? No. We're still in the main story. We haven't done hidden yet. Hopefully I can do it by tonight. Hopefully nothing gets in the way. What a waste of time. Yeah, we still have like, I guess maybe 2 more notes to go, and then we gotta do hidden. Oh wait, yeah, my head just blanked. I was about to say I need to look up the way to unlock the hidden, but I forgot. This is the normal chapter. This isn't the interlude where I gotta do something to reveal the hidden. All right. Let me drink first. You just realized that Strike Hawk currently is a team of tanks, 2 ice tanks, 1 firebreaker. Kamu, your inner Kamu is showing. Yeah, you did say all of them were tanks. It's not hidden. This is Echo Aria Part 2. She does 1 shot, 1 kill in hidden. I'm mostly wondering what this is about. Like, they've only shown that picture for all of the nodes, so you would think that we get to see Liv's new frame soon-ish, but it doesn't seem that way so far. Like, we haven't, for the second part at least, it doesn't seem like the Grey Ravens are part of this at all. So maybe we'll see Liv's new frame in the hidden. Alright, let me drink first. Let me hydrate. Oh, okay. Frog in the well. After who knows how long, Arnold is just about to finish maintenance on Wanshi. With no room for error, sweat drips down his cheeks. The hidden here is about Grey Raven. Okay, yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to seeing more of my elves. I feel like even with the first part, they didn't really have much to do except try to convince those villagers to not die. So I wanna see them again. Chrome Wanshi Ice Tank. Kamu is a Firebreaker now, and Kamu is our dear Vanguard. Kamu is just Kamu. He's in a different class of his own. He is the darkness. Right at this moment, the sphere bot jumps up and projects a hollow map of the city for both of them to see. The hollow map shows 3 blips running among the collapsed buildings. Bright sparks flash intermittently. So if those 3 are Gear, Chrome, and Kamui, then I guess that confirms that Troy is dead. Or at least no longer online. Are those your comrades? Yep, guess those 2 idiots came looking for me. Because they're your comrades. Comrades. Alright, just gotta patch up one more thing. Arnold places the sphere bot in Wanchi's hand. Huh? Bah, not like you can refuse, can you? Let's finish patching you up. Arnold walks back a few steps and sits on the sofa. He takes a pill out from a pillbox under the sofa and swallows. Wanchi cannot tell what it is, but based on Arnold's look of disgust, it must be a tough pill to swallow. Come on, people die when they are killed. You misspelled Shiro Omiya there in spirit. Please don't kill yourself so you don't die. Back in the day, all our supports were just live, physical live, electric live, fire live, and live. Nowadays, we have a live that calls Zeus too much. How times have changed. The context for it is that they made Live Lux frame a while ago, but then many patches later they realized they never gave context to the frame specifically, so they made this hidden. Oh, okay. So there was a time when they made new frames without adding the backstory or without adding the explanation for how they got those frames in the main story. Ah, I thought that was, kind of the whole point of the stories, to give us a reason why certain constructs keep getting new frames and certain constructs keep getting forgotten. The sphere bot standing before Wanshi slowly opens up as a series of connectors extends out from within and connects with Wanshi's external ports. Wanshi can feel the robot's energy pour into his body. With Arnold having fixed his external damages, his lack of operating power is restored with the help of the robot. It's been ages since I've had talked with another person. Okay, that grammar doesn't sound right. LiveLux doesn't exist to you. It was launch framed, so it's understandable. Ah, so LiveLux was around for a while before they started explaining what it's actually about or how she got it. You don't want to accept Liv having no frames, the same number of frames as Lucia. I mean, you guys did mention before that Liv, Lucia, and Selena are kind of like the main waifus of the game. This hidden pretty much happens before Chapter 1. Oh, okay. We're already in EX04, and they're doing a flashback again? Alright. But this power is... Think of it as a gift for showing me the outside world. I don't like owing others nothing. I don't want that power going to waste. It's broken beyond repair anyways. Why not give it all to you? Not to mention, we'll have a better chance of both of us getting out of this mess. I see. Alright, now it's my turn. Let's see what organ is damaged. Wanshi stretches his hands and feet with his limbs functioning normally. He gets up and approaches Arnold. However, Arnold reaches out his hand and gestures for him to stop. Oh, Arnold. He knows he's gonna die. He knows that as the NPC for this chapter, he's gonna be the one to die. We have Eclipse, Lux, Luminance, and Priya Limpidity. The Liv that wears a dress Liv is explained in her affection story, but it's basically a nothing burger. You mean the wedding dress one from the anniversary video? Lux and Luminance are low-key the same with different outfits. Support Force uniform, Liv? Yeah, Liv has a lot of frames, huh? And a lot of different skins for all those frames. Damn, she really is the true main girl of PGR. There's more important shit to do than look after me. You saw that hollow map? You saw the hollow map? Your comrades are in trouble. Let's go. Show me what kind of world we live in now. I have been hiding for too long, but I feel like going out there today. Beyond one luminance? Alright. Oh, that was pretty short. And look, it's the gang! It's the squad posing together. Okay, so... the 2 tanks and the Wanshi. I just realized that Wanshi's idol was just him falling asleep while standing up. I used to be able to do that when I was in elementary school. So like between the age of like 7 to 12. I don't know how it is for you guys, but in my country we had assembly basically every morning. So like every morning we had to just all stand in lines according to our class and listen to the teachers just talk and talk and talk. So like sometimes that would drag on for like half an hour, like into class time as well. So like while standing I would just, fall asleep, like my eyes closed and my body just kind of leaning a bit back. Those were good times. I can't do that anymore, but it was a fun little hidden talent that I had. No, it's Bianca. Bianca is Solin's wife? Solin? The moon once again hangs in the night sky. Wanshi helps Arnold open the pressure valve and return to the surface. Supposed to be a joke, but knowing the game's track record with Bianca, hard to say it's not true. How do you tank with the power of being the damage? Yes, as you know, the best defense is always an offense. Following the sound of a building collapsing in the distance, Arnold pats Wanshi on the shoulder. Wesley jokes. Get going. I'm gonna be right back, Arnold. Oh. Okay, so this is, I guess, one of the precautions against the punishing virus. Arnold merely nods in response. Wanshi checks his equipment, then sprints off into the distance. The clashing of metal on metal echoes throughout the empty city ruins. Blue, gold, and black figures were entangled in battle. The sheer force of weapons colliding turns the surrounding gravel into dust. Chrome and Kamui try to distance themselves from the onslaught of close-ranged attacks from Gear. However, they're only met with a barrage of bullets from its heavy machine gun. How dare you bring a gun to this great sword and scythe fight? Following the barrage of bullets, Gear unleashes another flurry of close-ranged attacks. Chrome and Kamui grit their teeth as the enemy suppresses them with wave after wave of relentless attacks. Ugh. This bastard is on a whole other level. But we can't be defeated this easily. Come on, let's keep going. Yeah, Captain, let's go. Bianca is literally Solon's wife. You can't deny she gets the most love. Who's Solon? Is it like the Xiaojie of PGR? Fools, why can't you just embrace death and wait with us for the sage to return? Kamui and Chrome respond with a two-pronged attack. The great sword and scythe slash in concert, only to be caught firmly within Gear's grasp. Bwahaha! Babylonia couldn't have fallen this far, could they? Yeah, basically. Yeah, she's got a spot on Times Square in New York twice. Really? No other character got this treatment. In Times Square in New York? They actually let gacha games onto Times Square? I didn't know that. Solon is the CEO of Kuro. Oh, okay. Alright. So, I guess Solon has a type. Blondes. Solon is the CEO. Seizing the Gear's moment of arrogance, Kamui blocks its punch with his greatsword and follows it with a spinning slash from below. However, Kamui's greatsword is once again firmly blocked by Gear. Unable to respond in time, Gear throws a punch straight at Kamui's face. The force of the blow sends Kamui flying into the side of a building. Kamui, no! CEO of our lovely Kuro. Kamui! Chrome waves his sights to distance himself from Gear, then quickly retreats. But his retreat route is immediately blocked off by a burst of black energy. The image of Gear gradually disappears as a devastating strike hurls straight towards Chrome. He's using Flash Step. He's using Shushin. Nikkei was on Times Square almost 5 times now, to be fair. Really? I did not hear about this before. Even Nikkei, huh? Blonde nuns are his type. I mean, everyone has a type. Everyone gets to have their own kinks. We don't kink shame here. So blonde nuns, huh? Okay, I see how it is. Over here, before Chrome can react, Gear grabs him by the shoulder and pulls him into a forceful knee to the abdomen. Oof. He likes the trait, when you're holy but your body isn't made for sin. I mean, I was thinking it, but you're the one who said it. Vital fluid spews from Chrome's mouth, but right at that moment, a huge rock flies towards Gear. Extending its hand toward the approaching rock, it becomes a heavy machine gun that shreds the rock to pieces with a burst of gunfire. Shards of rock fall to the ground. However, Chrome disappears in front of Gear. Looking into the distance, Gear sees Kamui holding Chrome on the side of the building. Kamui uses Boulder. It was ineffective. Are you okay? I can still move. Don't worry about me, Captain. Chrome smiles bitterly and wipes trace amounts of vital fluid from the corners of his mouth. Can anyone prove you wrong? Hell no. I don't want to try proving you right either. My frame still needs to adjust to the adjustment. That thing can fight close range and at long distances. Looks like we've got ourselves a dilemma. We're up against a tough enemy, but that doesn't change our objective. Yeah, you're right. We need to find that idiot we've been worried so much about, then finish the mission together. Ah, still holding on to unrealistic fantasies? The leader was another round of starving forces Chrome and Kamui behind a section of the ruins. A few seconds later, the ruins they're hiding behind are smashed to pieces. Gear's dark figure appears in front of Chrome and Kamui menacingly. Oh no. They're all glitching out. The sound of rapid bursts accompanied by sparks follow a series of blows exchanged between the three of them. A whirlwind of blows from Gear continues to press Chrome and Kamui, gradually tearing at their artificial skin. You know, it would be so cool if we actually got to see this action in action and not in paragraph. Prove me right, come on. Praise me. I don't want to prove you right. It's over. You have a point. Right as Gear blocks Chrome and Kamui's attempt at a counterattack, it declares victory against its defenseless opponents. Well, they're not exactly defenseless. They were trying. They were fighting. But upon finishing this sentence, a silver flash appears above them and intercepts Gear's next attack. Captain, look! Isn't it the person we've been worried sick about? Oh, have you finally come out of hiding? I didn't think you'd still be operational after sustaining such heavy injuries. Several silvery white orbs of light descend from the sky, forcing Gear behind cover a few meters away. The orbs of light splash onto the surrounding ruins, stirring up a faint white mist. Praising me in Yuno voice, waiting Bianca Summerskin, curious we didn't get one for any of her frames. I mean, I guess if you gave her a bikini, then she wouldn't really be a nun anymore. You know? I have a feeling that Sonos's tastes are very, very specific. Are super specific. That is the CEO's name, right? Oh, Solin, not Sonos. Sorry. Wesley, we don't need a summer skin for her. Isn't Night Sonata enough? And shrouded in the mist, the tired looks of Kamui and Chrome show faint signs of relief. Haha, the cavalry's finally arrived. Wan Shi lands between the three figures. Gear prepares to take out its gun and shoot, only to be interrupted by Wan Shi's grenade. You have gun? Well, I have grenade! When the grenade detonates, a large amount of mist and smoke fills the space. When the mist disappears, the Strike Hawk trio is already standing on a building far away. Getting here has been quite the pain in the... Anyway, I made it. It took you long enough. At least you're back. Vermin will always be vermin, regardless of how many there are. Do you three really think that will change? Here, I want to say more reasons, but you can't. Captain, this mission is racking my overtime. I'm gonna need some time off when I get back. Wan Shi is starting to sound like Nanami. The JJK Nanami, not the PGR one. So, you know, from this angle, he kind of looks more like Kamu instead of Kamui. But look at them all, just posing. They're doing their power poses. I'll consider it. What about me, Captain? Will you be staying put in the base? Heh, fair enough. How dare you assume you're going to get out of here alive? Oh. Gear shouts angrily as it shoots a barrage of bullets at the Strike Hawk trio. However, the bullets are deflected by Wan Shi before they hit. I don't care what you've done in the past, but now you appear before me and threaten those I care. That means I've got you in my sights. Looks like you need to start trying a little harder. One shot, one kill, Wan Shi! Arnold leans against the ruins while the sphere bot projects the distant battle. A white, blue, and gold figure quickly move around the dark figure at the center. In the loading screen version of this CG, Kamu is in the middle. In the middle? Okay, so Kamu is definitely confirmed to be a part of Strike Hawk, but I wonder, like, how do they explain his existence to the rest of Babylonia? Like, we, as the player, and, the people who were there, know his backstory, but, like, did they just say that Kamu is Kamui's missing twin brother? The darker twin, the evil twin, who just suddenly decided to become a construct one day? Using lucid dreamers easy as fuck. The dark figure which had been suppressing the trio was beginning to show signs of weakening. Now the trio is continuing to force its retreat. Hypnos is a different story. Are they what's living on Earth now? With a steel body like that, you could easily do so many things far beyond the abilities of us ordinary folks. They continue to feel the emotional effects of battle. They feel confusion and pain, yet they continue moving forward. Never abandon your comrades. Never abandon hope. Those who abandon their teammates are scum. Or, wait, what was it? Those who break the rules are scum, but those who abandon their teammates are scum-er. Are worse than scum. They ain't different from us humans. Hell, they're even more human than us in some regards. Are you sure you want to stay here all by yourself? Is that Hans? Oh, is this? Yeah, it is Hans. So this is why this Wanchi story is also a part of EX04. If you come back, maybe the military can even provide you with shelter on my behalf. You know that ain't gonna happen, dumbass. Get out of here. I don't want to stain your perfect image. Consider us even. I was a lone wolf during the Golden Age. I couldn't go back even if I wanted to. I witnessed the glory and corruption of this era, and the scourge of society spread throughout the world. Okay, calm down. Calm down, edgy boy. The brilliant and wise elite rule at the top while everyone else struggles in the dregs of society. You and I both know the slums all too well. That's why I've chosen to live the life of an outcast. He's being so edgy out of nowhere. So we forsake our blood and flesh. Who'd have thought an outcast like me would end up with this newfound sense of conviction? I hated the polarized and fragmented human society that corroded the will of humanity. I wanted to prove that era wrong. I tried my best to live isolated from the problems of the world around me. But now, living has just turned into me lingering and forcing myself to survive. The era I wanted to prove wrong has been washed away in the torrential current of time. Humanity's time to shine is over. Now's the time to begin anew. Constructs? Bahaha. I guess y'all are what humanity should be now. Earth, it really ain't worth all this damn nostalgia. If we recapture Earth, then what? Rebuild the mistakes and madness of that past era? We're just souls unable to find solace in our inability to free ourselves from the shackles of gravity. He's being so edgy. You don't need to understand it, you gave up on it ages ago. But if we leave the decisions to these construct fellas, maybe we can end this vicious cycle and guide Earth down a new path. I mean, you still need humans around, even if constructs become like the new era or something. Because, it's not like you can make constructs out of nothing. They need to have been human first. So, I don't think humans are going extinct anytime soon. Your attacks are futile! Gear swings its fist to strike Kamui again, but fails to anticipate him suddenly dodging the blow at the last second. Kamui sidesteps Gear, revealing a barrage of bullets from Wanchi. Useless! Gear really talks like a shonen jump antagonist. Gear raises its other hand to deflect the bullets, only to find that its entire body has been rendered motionless. When did this? Masaka! The faint blue projection of lightning dissipates. Chrome reaches out his hand for support against the wall and gasps for air. Phew! But at this moment, even though Chrome is vulnerable to an attack, Gear is unable to capitalize on the opportunity amidst a barrage of bullets aimed directly at its head. His only option is to fall back. Just as Chrome is about to collapse from overexerting himself, Kamui appears beside him and breaks his fall. I'll dispose of the weakest link first! After being forced back, Gear turns to strike Chrome. Fortunately, the blow is firmly stopped by Kamui standing off to the side. They've repeated his name in those quotations so much already that gear doesn't even sound like an actual word to me anymore. Why not read something else like the new story, not really comparable to the likes of chapter 21 or 23. It's still good, gives context on Kamui's past. I don't want to skip the story, and I'm pretty sure I can't skip the story to do the new ones, right? The force of the blow pushes Kamui back several steps. His military boots leave deep gashes in the ground. You sorry know this long as hell took you 3 days. Which means it's gonna take me a lot longer, because I read and yap a lot. I read slow and yap so much. I won't let you break through my defense. Gear lifts its foot to kick Kamui, but right at that moment, Wanshi knocks it off balance with a volley of bullets. The Strike Hawk trio's unrelenting attacks continue to push Gear back through the streets and buildings. You must be joking, even the chariot! Gear waves its arms and deflects a bullet. Right as it's about to shoot back, it feels a gust of wind above him. Take this! Kamui raises his great sword and slashes downward from high above as Gear retreats. The devastating slash strikes the ground, sending debris flying into the air. Oh, telling Wesley. Okay. Solaris Bond still the longest chapter in this game, so before and after that you can chill. Alright. Gear shoulders the blow of debris, then reaches out to grab Kamui through the cloud of dust. But as Gear traverses the dust, it is met with a scythe imbued with lightning. One cannot scratch St. Elmo's fire barehanded. One does not simply... Retreating a few steps, Gear manages to stabilize itself and catch the destructive impact of the scythe, right as it tries to grab hold of Chrome. He is interrupted by a barrage of bullets from the side. Gear tries to block the incoming barrage, but an ebony greatsword appears in front of it. Haha, can't block this now, can ya? The greatsword slices through the lightning and bullets straight for Gear's head. Following a dull thud, the strike sends Gear flying across the street and into a building. Is that all you've got? After pushing off the stone slab that pinned it down, Gear slowly exits a building. A faint current envelops it. The slash from the greatsword should have smashed its frame. Instead, it only leaves a faint scratch on its helmet. Looks like we're back to where we started. Gear looks around to discover that the trio have pushed it back to where Wanshi first made his retreat. Huh, it appears so. We're back to where you wretched dogs ran away with your tails between your legs. So, how sad. You'll lose here again soon, but you won't escape this time. Is that so? Huh, who's to say? That really did feel like it would have been better as a cutscene.
Let's get this over with.
Enough time wasted. Enough time has passed. I shall finish you off right here. Ah! I ran right into that. One shot, one kill.
Forward. One that advances where? How do you feel?
Wait, where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Guess I'll have to get rid of you.
Ah.
Give it your best shot.
Yeah.
Get behind me. Yeah, let's go.
Get behind me. I always love making fun of Chrome's accent. It's just so funny. He's British.
Get behind me.
Get behind me.
Let's end it all.
Tish, damn it. He's running? Hello? Hey, Chrome's going after him. Hey, are you running already? Who was the one barking don't run earlier on? Kamui, don't go. Sure, it's over. Chrome really told his puppy to stay. He told the golden retriever, stay!
The promised victory.
Wanshi stares at the enemy before him. Time seemed to stop momentarily. The air is so quiet, all he can hear is his own breath and Gear's footsteps. This should be HEAR. 1, 2, 3. Wanshi counts quietly to himself. Acquiring data, calculating direction, adjusting angle. Once she had heard everything Chrome and Kamui had encountered over Strikehawk's encrypted channel. He must avenge Troy, fulfill Arnold's wish, and fight for his comrades. He'd do beef fish and chips. uh, you think he smells like vinegar from all the fish and chips? More importantly, he must uphold his faith. In this solemn era, mankind has made countless sacrifices so that they can return to Earth. Raven is all attacker now, and Strikehawk is all tank. Cerberus has 2 amplifiers. Speaking of Cerberus, I still haven't met the guy yet. Noctis, I think is his name. Like, we've technically met him in Feral, but at this point in the story, we haven't even seen them. Even though, like, I know what they look like at this point, but they haven't appeared in the story. So that's another thing I'm looking forward to right now. I want to see my number 21 and Noctis. This goal is not in line with his own. He has known that for quite some time. However, in order to protect those he cares about from sacrificing themselves for this goal, Wan Shi's course of action has long been set in stone. The best he can do right now is to help his comrades and shoot the enemies down, not letting the fallen down, becoming an unyielding flag on the battleship. Noctis, you'll meet him soon enough. You saw him, he's in the ER chapter. I mean, Noctis and number 21 have spoken. Like, we've seen them interact with Vera, but neither of them have a 2D sprite yet. So it was just basically their name, what they're saying, but no character design yet. It's over. With the combined forces of the Strikehawk trio, the threat from Gear had finally been neutralized. Wan Shi is like the linchpin of the Strikehawk's attack, perfectly complementing Chrome and Kamui's shortcomings. Although his attacks are not fatal, they're always there precisely when they are needed most. While Gear was on the defensive, it had forgotten it was fighting 3 people. Strikehawk's flawless teamwork had formed into a singular, impenetrable wall of attacks. In his frame, damn, that's a glow up. Gear's attack had been decimated, and its defenses had been stripped away. Don't let up! Bang! Wanchi fires a silver orb of light straight at Gear. Chrome swings his scythe, imbuing the orb of light with blue electricity. As calculated, the orb strikes Gear's head where it had been weakened by Kamui's greatsword. Hear of Ishmael soon too, but not soon enough. Yeah, that's another thing. There's actually a bunch of characters that I haven't met yet. Like Ishmael, like Teddy. We still haven't met Teddy yet. What was their name? No one? It appears I underestimated you. Speaking its last mournful words, Gear collapses onto the ground and stops moving. So, during its whole appearance, it's just gonna be called Gear in quotations and Gear in question mark. Meaning Gear isn't its real name! Was Nirvatia mentioned in Luna chapter. Nirvatia also, haven't met her yet. So many characters that I still haven't seen in the game at all. In the story at least. Well, this sure was quite the train wreck. You could say that again. Haha, well, at least it's over. Yeah, now we just need to get our hands on the target and we can call it a day. Wanshi slings his sniper rifle over his shoulder and walks towards Gear's remains. Unbeknownst to the trio, a faint light shines upon them among the lights of the surrounding buildings. After obtaining the file, Wanshi returns to where he'd left Arnold. Hey, Arnold! But when Wanshi approaches, he discovers that Arnold is missing. Instead, all that remains is the sphere bot and a can of herring. Wanshi touches the robot, causing Arnold's hologram to project in front of him. Goodbye, human of the new era. Maybe it's just me, but you are more human than anyone I'd ever met in the cities of the Golden Age. Because you have the passion they don't. You have a heart. Don't worry about me, I'm just a human from a bygone era. Those of us who still remain should be scattered in the wind or buried in the dirt along with the times. In the past, we were cold, weak, and fragile. You're playing Neverness to Everness and you know who you're saving for? Rodak told me that Neverness to Everness has a lot of weird weird stuff going on right now. It's better for me to wait another week for them to really optimize the game. I'm just wondering if you're going through that too, Spirit? Saving for Alpha Rat Mommy? Well, I guess I know what your type is. I mean, I should have known already at this point. Why am I surprised? In the past, we were cold, weak, and fragile. We were a fraction of what you've become. You are far more real than anything we ever were. You're a real one. Everyone else, they're fakes, but not you. You can explore space or take back Earth for yourselves. It doesn't matter. It's time for you to start an era that belongs to the constructs. Neverness to Everness is optimized. Okay, yeah. Because from what Rojak told me, it's making me a little afraid of playing it tomorrow. Like maybe I should wait another week. But if you guys say it's okay, actually, then maybe. Take the can I left you as a token from an old soul wandering adrift. After all, I gotta shake things up a bit, right? Bahaha. Well then, see you around, kiddo. Just as Arnold's message finishes, the sphere bot in Wanshi's hands runs out of power and falls into eternal slumber. Does this mean I still owe you? Wanshi places the robot next to the pressure valve, picks up the can of herring, then looks at Chrome and Kamui as they approach from the distance. Hey, Wanshi, let's head back. Kind of, you play on performance anyway. Maybe PC version is buggy. Rojak said that he plays it on mobile, though. Coming! The Babylonian transport craft flies into the night sky with a trail of blue flame. The once war-torn city of the post-pandemic age finally returns to tranquil silence. This is supposed to be tranquil silence! What's with the bus music? Once the transport craft disappears, two figures appear from within the city ruins. They defeated Chariot. Okay, so that's why it was like gear in quotations. Its actual name is Chariot. There's no meter dash until now in game progression. Is he on Southeast Asia too? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's just buggy on different servers, maybe? No matter. The file we need has been backed up and sent to the organization. Its memory shell remembered the mission right before it went offline. That sure is callous of you to say. My comrade died before your eyes. Leaving rusty gears will only affect the organization's operation. A timely death is the best course of action. Alright, fair enough. Have you finished cleaning up, Chariot? Now is not the time to make our presence known to Babylonia. Of course. Are these the Ascendants? But if it were the Ascendants, they just show us it's the Ascendants, you know, instead of putting those question marks. Alas, erasing knowledge of Chariot from a powerful enemy such as Strikehawk took considerable effort. When I get back, upgrade my data circuit to the latest model as a reward. Just want a friend. I'll pass the word along. Let's go look for Sage. There are still a lot of preparations for the ceremony before it returns. Alright, alright. Hey, slow down. Wait for me. So, I'm guessing that wasn't the Ascendants. Because usually if it was the Ascendants, the game would just let us know. Interlude. Okay, so yeah, after this we can do Selena's interludes and also Wanshi's interlude. And I think you guys also mentioned that I can do Nanami's interlude too. It should be okay at this moment. Okay, let me claim this first. Okay. Time for the hidden. First assignment. Air transportation. This supposedly takes place before chapter 1. You can date characters. Yeah, I've heard of that too. In Neverness to Everness. Just saying for Alfred Mommy release. Invite her to my room. I don't know what the dates will be because like in ZZZ the dates are really just more hangouts, you know. Just you meeting up with friends and stuff. It's not really that romantic. So I'm kind of curious to see how much or how less romantic it will be in NTE. There's a drama about that because you can date the male characters. Oh, you can't date the male characters. Yeah, there would be drama about that. I want husbandos. Why do I not get the husbandos? Only the waifus. Oh, wait. I gotta hydrate. I keep forgetting. Hydrate! Okay. Pale blue breathing light pulsates overhead as per regulation. The roaring engine reverberates in the somewhat spacious transport. Oh wait, I just realized the mic was the mic. Anyway, I was saying, okay, that doesn't sound too romantic. It doesn't like it's not like you kiss the characters. You just hold hands and stuff. So That means you get to go to third base, but not all the way to fourth? I don't know baseball terms. The confines of the transport craft afford little recreation. No snacks, no one shooting the breeze while awaiting landfall, no one laughing or smiling as they disembark to meet the enemy's fire. Yeah, when I drink, I turn off the mic just for a second. I forgot to turn it back on. All that the crew can do is remain in their seats, ensure that equipment and weapons are all operational, and review mission details in preparation for immediate engagement upon landing on the surface. The crew needs to be ready at all times for immediate evacuation, up making a forced landing, a commonplace in the war against the corrupted. The grammar for that sentence is weird. After all, machines are different from humans. Their attack patterns seem illogical and confounding. After another round of equipment inspection, the crew opens their terminals and reads the mission log seemingly countless times. Hassan! Battle intel has been uploaded to your terminals. War waits for no one. That's why we've dispatched multiple elite squads. Hassan pauses for a moment and looks at the commandants before stopping his gaze on me. Liv would be proud. For many of you, this will be your first time conducting a large-scale operation. There may be pressure, but this is a great honor. All of you have proved your ability on previous independent missions. Exceptional combat capability is bound to be important, but what is needed in this battle is to command the overall situation without fail. Therefore, we have specially arranged the Commandant as the chief commander of this campaign. The chief commander has led her team to the surface to clear the way for auxiliary teams. This battle will demonstrate the effectiveness of coordinated tactics between commandants and constructs, significantly increasing recognition in this era of retaliation. I hope you will keep this in mind and not fail. By the way, President Hassett specifically told me to remind everyone, you're still in the early days of team building. Many people are watching. Make us proud. But this will also be the first time Grey Raven will be participating in a large-scale operation. Do your best. Okay, so this is our first mission as a team. Our first mission with Lucia, the alpha clone, and, Liv and Lee. As a flurry of footsteps plays on the broadcast, you look up to see Lee suddenly appear at the hatch of the transport cabin. Why the long face? Oh my god, it's been a while since we've seen him like this. Are you worried about me? Just thinking about the mission. Looks like rumors of your vigilance are correct. Rumors? In my under investigation. Rumors. Don't worry, it's nothing negative. What about them? They're syncing up with their new frames. Initialization should be complete before we make landfall. Actually, new isn't exactly isn't exactly appropriate, you mean? Because I don't think they're using that word apropos correctly. After all, one has been used previously and the other is a prototype. By this definition, they aren't exactly new. Choosing your words wisely as always, I see. That's alright. You sound like that detestable woman from Kurono. You saying we sound like Vera? Really? Is that what the canon personality is for the Commandant? AKA Vera? Anyway, is that the mission briefing you're holding? Why? Looks like Commandants receive about as much intel as us constructs. No matter, seems like they're keeping a tight seal? Ah. Seems like they're keeping a tight seal on intel. Oh. They don't even want to divulge any more clues regarding the target city to those involved. We just have to follow orders. You're right, just like in Kurono. The transport cabin's hatch slowly opens as two familiar figures enter. Lucia, reporting for duty. Pardon the wait, everyone. No matter, your arrival is within estimates. How's the frame? Performing as anticipated. In fact, Dawn seems more optimized than Lotus. She's blushing. Is this new technology from the Science Council? The prototype's operating at a 40% higher power output than the original frame. Does that mean you'll lose battery sooner? Do we need to charge her sooner? Basically, this is more left after they met in the Plume interlude. Oh, okay. Yeah, before chapter 1. Yeah. I remember the Plume interlude where we basically first introduce ourselves to Lucia. I see. The joints are constructed out of composite material. If this material is used for modifying the weapons. Lee is literally checking out Lucia's body. Lee. Hmm? Oh, we can see. I can't tell. Are those. Is that her actual synthetic skin? Or is it just that part of the uniform is the same color as her skin? Ahem. However, it appears that a lot of the technology is still in early development. They must be running a field test to collect data for further enhancements. Then I'll perform my duties to obtain the most accurate data. Can't wait to see you in action. Me too. I look forward to the day when Dawn is complete and I pilot it for the first time. Liv? Everything's fine. I've used this frame before, so there aren't any issues with synchronization. Yeah, I can't tell. Is that supposed to be her skin or like part of the fabric? Because it looks like it's the same color as her face. Why did you stop using it after joining Grey Raven? Um, Grey Raven prepares for a landing. That's right. Lee before this was part of Kurono. But what about Liv? Was she a part of a different team before this? Or did she just get turned into a construct and before this she was human? As Liv stands there in hesitation, the pilot's broadcast interrupts the conversation. Everyone, brace for impact. Copy. Hearing the broadcast, everyone quietly takes their seats and fastens their restraints. Oh, the slight rattling signals to everyone that the transport craft deployed the landing gear. About time. Let's treasure the opportunity to fight together. Grey Raven, prepare for departure. Roger. This lip sprite has a lot of cool faces. Okay. Doesn't look like it'll be that long if we're already at 13%. So maybe 6, 7 notes. You stand at the landing zone and watch the transport craft take off. In the FOB erected by the Vanguard forces, numerous teams are moving about the base, strengthening fortifications and adjusting comm lines. Corrupted remains piled outside of the base allude to a small conflict while the base was being erected. A tall construct is throwing debris on either side of the street to clear a passageway for personnel and vehicles. This area had been engulfed in the flames of war like most human cities on the Earth's surface, now standing in silence as the surface falls into desolation. I forgot to hydrate. Hold on. Yeah, let me drink. Okay. Corrupted intermittently scurry down the streets towards the base, only to be immediately blown to pieces by the defense turrets. Corrupted. Hold up. The base's defenses are sufficient enough to fight off the new corrupted wandering outside the city. Actually, a horde of corrupted are making their way to the city's center. That's our target for this mission. Liv said, actually, let's report for duty first. Right, the temp HQ should be, over there. Lucia checks her surroundings, then fixes her eyes on a makeshift building in the center of the base. The white flowers and pink ribbons on the exterior of the temporary headquarters serve as a stark contrast with the surrounding charred city ruins. It's been decorated? Someone's sure got strange taste. Don't assume me, maybe they serve a special purpose. Perhaps. Alright, go report for duty. I'm gonna scout the surrounding area. Alright, we'll leave the reconnaissance to you then. Before Lucia could finish speaking, Lee had already turned to leave the base. Liv? Why you... it's nothing, let's go report in. Wait, is she the one who decorated it? Since it was mostly white and pink. Is she blushing because of that? That's cute. She's embarrassed. The HQ's interior is far more spacious than expected. A woman is in the center of the numerous display panels. A hologram of the city fills the space outside of the screens. The woman furiously taps the screens, displaying various data on the city hologram, such as corrupted distribution, weapon deployment, and material allocation with each tap. Is it Bridget? Grey Raven reporting for duty. Lucia, who was walking in front, speaks first. Hearing Lucia, the woman stops tapping the screen with stops tapping the screens with both hands. Huh. Oh, who are you? Okay, new character that we haven't met. I hope you're not an NPC, because if you are, then that means you're gonna die very, very soon. She speaks as she pushes... Oh, wait. Grey Raven? She speaks as she pushes aside the display panel in front of her. Her eyes fall directly on the Grey Ravens walking into the HQ. Oh, those Grey Ravens! Looks like you really are on the roster for this mission. It's been a while, Commandant. I love this color palette, you know? The cool tone, off-white with the black and the purple. I also really like the ribbons in her hair. Oh my god. She looks like Luna from Irise, which is like animated like 3D K-pop group. I forgot what that term is called. I think they call it virtual idol group. But Luna isn't part of the group anymore. But her character design was a lot like this, with the short, silverish hair and cool toned purple eyes and stuff. Ah, I miss Luna. You know each other, Commandant? It's you. ... Should I be honored that you remember me? What do you mean? Nothing. I was just remembering a few things during our time at FOS. Let me reintroduce myself. My name is Vanessa, Commandant of Egret. Oh, I think they mentioned this team before. And Chief Commander of this operation. She's also a Commandant, which means you are also a fellow squishy human. Hello, Vanessa. I hope that doesn't mean that she's gonna die. Because if she's not a construct, then that means she's not playable. And if she's not playable, then that means she's an NPC. That means she is most likely the one to die in this node, in this chapter. Well, RIP in advance, I guess. Regardless of your past accolades, Commandant, you better follow my orders as the Chief Commander. Egret, isn't that... I'm also not sure how to actually pronounce that word. Actually, why don't I check out how to pronounce that word now? Egret? Yeah, it's a type of bird. It looks kind of like a stork or something. Egret. Okay, not egret, I think. Yeah, egret. Alright, alright. I just wanted to check how you're supposed to say that. Egret, egret, egret. Vanessa rises from her seat, crosses the city hologram suspended in midair, and slowly approaches the Grey Ravens. Yes, the team Liv used to be a part of. Oh, okay. Okay, so before she was a raven, she was an egret. Vanessa, seems you're still using the frame I recalibrated for you. Why appear before me as Lux? Miss me that much? That's not the reason. Oh my god. Is Vanessa Liv's ex or something? And now Vanessa's a little bitter that Liv changed teams and wants to be under my squad now? Under my command? Didn't I teach you to keep your mouth shut? Oh, wait. Wait, was Vanessa a bully to Liv and that's why she wanted to change? No, don't bully my Liv! Vanessa! The constructs on your team aren't all this insubordinate, are they? Saying this, Vanessa slowly lifts her hand as if to touch Liv. Stay silent. Stop her. Stop her. Noticing Vanessa's intent, you take a step forward and catch Vanessa by the wrist. Are they gonna make me hate Vanessa? But I like her character design so much. Chief, discuss the mission at hand. Huh, I don't know why, but I sure get a kick out of hearing the Commandant call me that. You shall hold back talking about this one to avoid spoilers. This will be fun. Oh no. Ah. If evil, why cute? Focus on the mission, please. I see you're still as boring as always. Regardless, shouldn't a doll be punished for disobeying their master? Dang! Dang, Liv, you really don't have very good luck, huh? First you have, you know, a family that's borderline neglectful and that treats you as Cinderella. And then you get turned into a construct after you almost die trying to save a bunch of soldiers. And now, I'm guessing Egret is her first, team. And the first team she gets on as a construct is under the command of someone like this. Liv really didn't have much luck, did she? They are my comrades. There's no such thing as a master. Comrades? You really haven't changed a bit. You know what? The Grey Raven Commandant's way of thinking is probably what makes them top of their class. What makes them the cream of the crop and different from the rest. See, we treat our constructs as equals. But if that's how you view them, I have no interest in getting involved. After all, they're your playthings anyway. Get off my Liv, woman! Constructs aren't playthings built to serve. Comrades to you, toys to me, family to him, tools to her. It's irrelevant. Each team interacts differently. At any rate, the powers that be only care about completing the mission. But there's still one thing I'd like to say. Vanessa leans in and whispers in your ear. Don't worry, you can cut the act. You can kick them to the curb whenever you've had your fun. Even the most beautiful of toys is worthless if it refuses to listen. Dang. I can't believe they're making me hate you, Vanessa. And I really, really liked your character design too. Low-key kinda baddie though. Right, right! Ah, compared to such an exquisite dollhouse, they belong in the dump, do they not? Vanessa, Chief, please focus on the mission. Liv suddenly steps in between you and Vanessa. Looking outside the headquarters, she signals you with her gaze. The confrontation had already stirred up quite the audience of onlookers. Huh, why let go so easily? Hold on a little longer if you'd like. After all, it'd give others a chance to see another side of you, Chief. Vanessa gently rubs her wrist, smiling at you and Liv. Chief, the Grey Ravens await your orders. Lucia's loud voice suddenly comes from behind Vanessa. Vanessa scowls and turns to reprimand Lucia. No, no, you're already bullying Liv. I won't let you bully Lucia too. Did I give you permission to interrupt? Apologies for interrupting you, but the corrupted threat still hasn't been alleviated. We must focus our efforts on the mission. Neglecting one's duty may be detrimental to the success of the mission. If the higher-ups want to point fingers, you'll be shouldering the blame as the chief commander. Vanessa quietly sighs and returns to her seat surrounded by screens. With a gentle tap of the screen, the Grey Raven symbol appears above the hologram of the city. Grey Ravens reach 35th to 47th Street in Zone B. There are far more corrupted concentrated in this area than the surroundings, but I'm sure that won't be an issue for your team. Right, Chief? Understood. Great. Don't disappoint me, Grey Ravens. Grey Ravens, move out. Roger. As the Grey Ravens departed, the other teams originally gathered outside of the headquarters returned to their respective posts. Vanessa types on a screen as she watches the Grey Ravens leave. Commandant, how long do you think you can live out this naive fantasy of yours? Aw, man. Aw, man. And I actually really like her design. I mean, R.I.P. Vanessa. Looks like you definitely are dying in this hidden chapter. Lee's blue figure passes through the dilapidated buildings. As he advances, each corrupted on his way, without exception, is shot precisely through their memory shells by him. Lee, you're moving too fast. The Commandant and Liv don't have the same mobility as attacker constructs. Don't overdo yourself if you can't keep up. But if you run into trouble, we won't be able to provide you with support. Lucia, haven't you noticed that we're making faster progress than on previous missions? Huh? This isn't the first time the two of us attacker constructs are in each other's way on a mission together. Hearing Lucia on the comlink, Lee shows no sign of slowing down. Instead, he keeps his finger on the trigger. Lee flies among the corrupted, leaving a trail of mechanical debris. Shall live the fantasy moment, and it will be great. I'm merely stating the facts. I have no malicious intent. And by the time you guys had reported in, I'd already finished gathering intel on the enemy here on the streets. Lee, please, please. Is this what you're like before you get character development? One attacker construct was all it took to wipe out the corrupted around here. There's still a lot we don't know about the city. Assume echelon formation and alternate as point man. This will conserve energy consumption for each member. But, no buts. You haven't thought of a better solution, have you? So I'll be the first to take point. Pretty sure the community likes to ship Vanessa with male commandant. I mean, I can't blame them. She's hot. I like her character design so much. Why'd she have to be a bitch? Lee's voice suddenly cuts out. Only static crackles over the comlink. Lee? I've lost Lee's signal. Prioritize clearing out enemies along the way to Lee's position. Roger. Everyone arrives at Lee's last known location, but Lee is still missing. Instead, you see a circular pit. See, Lee, this is why we don't separate. This is why we don't, this is why we move together as a team, as a herd. Lee? Over here. Lee's voice comes out from within the hole. He's in the hole! As you approach, you see Lee lying there motionless. Wait, I'll get you out of there. Lucia extends her hand into the hole, but upon touching the edge of the pit, she suddenly retracts her hand as a dazzling electric light runs between the hole and Lucia's fingers. It's an EMP trap. Ground forces used these against corrupted, but they were later banned due to their inefficiency. Yeah, I mean, sounds like they work, but they work against the corrupted and the constructs. You're enjoying this already. You're enjoying my pain over liking her because she's hot and not liking her because of her personality. Exactly. The traps don't kill the enemy. Instead, the corrupted can just overwhelm them with sheer numbers. Huh. Humanity's defenses are now hindering their own attack. It's only hindering you, though, Lee. You're the one who fell in the hole. How foolish. You're the foolish one. You fell in the hole. Commandant, we've overstayed our welcome. A horde of corrupted are advancing on our position. Hearing this, Lucia tightens her grip on the katana, the pain of indecision tearing at her heart. Go on, I can handle myself. Says the person in the hole. I can't move my frame, but they won't break it so easily. What do you think, Liv? Evacuation is our best option. Minimizing losses would be more beneficial overall. This is the secret to Equit's repeated victories. But we're the Grey Ravens. I mean, yeah, am I wrong? Huh? Commandant, what are you doing? You pull out a tactical knife from your waistband and rope from your backpack. You fasten one end of the rope to the edge of the pit. I mean, yeah, EMPs would work on you guys, but it won't work on a squishy human like me. So, I guess I'm going down the hole. You tie the other end of the rope around your waist. Doing my job? Got it. Lucia nods, then readies her katana and prepares for battle. I think because Lucia has spent more time with Commandant on Babylonia, since they are the two that met first, she's not surprised by what we're doing. But Liv and Lee are still, operating on mission success first, above all else. Lucia? We're the Grey Ravens. Do as you see fit. What's the holdup? According to my calculations, Corrupted will arrive in 30 seconds. After fixing the rope, you reach into the pit. Unlike Lucia, touching the edge has no effect on you. Seems like it's ineffective against humans. Ensuring that there was no hindrance, you climb into the pit. I'm climbing into the hole. What are you doing? Ignoring Lee's questioning, you rappel down the pit. Your army boots thud against the wall, echoing throughout the pit. A few moments later, you reach Lee lying there, motionless at the bottom. As you reach the bottom, you hear the clanging of a katana and buzzing electricity overhead. Looks like they've engaged the enemy. Kneeling down, you help Lee up and fasten him to your back with the rope. Why are you being so foolish and reckless? I could ask you the same thing, Mr. I'll go on ahead. You guys catch up. You're in no condition to help yourself. Laugh it up. No need to act like you're concerned. I've seen enough as is. Looks like this trap can only temporarily short-circuit constructs. Good thing I was the first one into the pit and not a corrupted. Otherwise, you'd have been in trouble, Lee. With Lee on your back, you tug on the rope to check that it's securely fastened and begin to slowly climb your way back up. I guess after all this, I would understand why Lee became so obsessed with the Commandant and how Lee turned into a stalker. Hi, Motivated Alpha. Hi. I hope you had a good day today, your first day of freedom after exams. Severed, corrupted limbs fall into the pit as they become enveloped in blue static and crash into the bottom of the pit with a heavy thud. But now everyone's in danger because of me. We've already made up our minds. There will always come a time when you need someone's help. Just like I said earlier, you should give it a try. When I get back, the first thing I'm doing is giving this frame EMP resistance. Alright. Yeah, you do that, buddy. Climbing out of the pit with Lee on your back, you see Lucia with her katana standing among corrupted remains. The worn coating on her legs shows signs of an arduous fight defending this position. Liv is sitting on the ground, struggling to catch her breath. Even her Levi guns lay motionless on the ground. Not the Levi guns! Commandant, Lee. Thank goodness you're both alright. Good thing we made it back. What a weird Commandant. Ah, he's blushing too. Hey, Lee, why's your face turning red? You shouldn't blush. That's my job. Hearing this, Lee can't help but touch his cheeks. He quickly turns his head to look the other way. The frame's heat dispersal is malfunctioning. Don't worry about it. I'm not blushing, you're blushing. Malfunctioning heat dissipation may cause issues down the line. Liv, help out Lee. That won't be necessary, but... he's been so tsundere. Lucia's completely oblivious. That was cute. Oh, wait, they also have the... Yeah, they have the car sound. He does, in fact, add that EMP resistance. Good. At least this time, if he falls into another hole, he can climb out himself. Can't believe he fell for the oldest trap in the book. A hole in the ground. With a swift slash, Lucia smashes through the rooftop door and rushes onto the roof with her katana at her hip. No enemies acquired. Area secure. Confirming that there are no corrupted on the roof, Lucia turns and nods to other Grey Ravens in the corridor. This building overlooks Zone B. Liv, scan the area for enemies. Roger. I'll get ready. Lee walks over and squats along the edge of the roof. He takes out 4 mechanical devices from his arms and fixes them onto the edge. Lucia sheathes her katana, then walks over to you. Apologies, Commandant. She's blushing again. Why are you apologizing? Whether it be for acting on my own accord at HQ, or for failing to make the right call just now, I felt my duty as captain. Nah, it's okay. You didn't fail, Lucia. You're the best. Right now, Liv and Lee haven't gone through their character development yet, so yeah, you really are the best we got right now. I always have to rely on you to come save the day, Commandant. As captain of the Grey Ravens, I should be able to lighten your burden. Wait, I forgot to drink again. Drink! That's my duty as the captain. No, you've only imposed that upon yourself. Yeah, I mean, you're the captain, but I didn't tell you to do all that. You're the one who decided it on your own, Lucia. I don't get it. What matters most is that we fight for a common goal. Sounds like a form of consequentialism. We're fighting for this goal. There are certain things only you're capable of doing, Lucia. Only me? Don't just focus on your mistakes. You should also learn to accept your strengths. My strengths? Like your decisiveness back at HQ. You really got us out of a pinch. Well, if you say so. This hidden is the blushing Grey Raven. Yeah, there's so much blushing from all 3 of them. They're all being so cute right now. My little Grey Ravens are just little hatchlings at this point. Scan complete, everyone. Let's go. Right, the mission comes first. They're all being so adorable. According to the scan, the corrupted are gathered in the factory on 39th Street. Lee magnifies the street hologram in Liv's hand. Red dots representing corrupted are gathered all throughout the area. In this situation, I'm afraid it's unrealistic to proceed directly with destroying the factory. So, Lucia looks up at you. Look to the side, not at Lucia. The side? Understood. Lee and I will split up to cover 35th Street and 42nd Street. Liv, stay here with the Commandant and provide long-range support. Huh? But before, didn't you... There are numerous factors we need to account for the battlefield when devising an attack plan. Yeah, this isn't the same as you just going off on your own, Lee. This is us, you know... we are splitting up, but we're splitting up together. We're splitting up in pairs. So, you know, it's not like any one of us is gonna put themselves in danger on their own. I think your assessment is right, Lee. Liv doesn't excel in close quarter combat. Not to mention, she exhausted her Levi gun while rescuing you from the pit. Yeah, from the hole. She should come around with the Commandant at her side. Sorry for slowing everyone down. No. This time it's all on Lee. I still can't believe he fell for the oldest trick in the book, the hole in the ground. No matter, it's equally important to own up to your strengths and weaknesses. Oh, hearing this, Lee is lost in thought for a few moments before returning to his usual expression. Liv puts her hands to her chest and looks down in hesitation. Everyone. Well, it's decided then. Confirming the battle plan, Lee leaps off the right side of the roof. I left rappelling gear and basic protective devices for the 3 of you on the roof. Use them as needed. Lee, cut the chit-chat and get to work to prevent any further delay. Is he feeling bad for being the reason that we were forthcoming as ever, Lee? It's kinda cute! He feels bad. Cute? Perhaps. Lee, you will not survive in the Looney Tunes world. You're right. He would be like Wile E. Coyote, just falling for paintings of caves on the side of walls and stuff. I wonder if I can be like Lee someday. Please don't. Please don't fall into any more holes. Take your time. Just be yourself. Don't force yourself to be like someone else. Okay. While you and Liv speak, Lucia proceeds to collect the equipment Lee left on the roof. I'm going to. Liv, Commandant, be careful. Alright, get going. Bye. Have a good day at work. I have arrived at the 42nd Street, moving toward the 35th Street now. Wow, that was fast. Better make this quick. Ah.
No one can escape my
Ah. Eh.
Not bad.
This is almost going too well. Okay, where to? Where to? Data terminal? Looks like it's still functional. Why isn't it? Okay, good. I couldn't get more info about the city from outside. Hope the internal terminal can tell me more about it. Let me see what's so special about this city. A strange way of encryption. Still, it's no match for me. Lee, you've stayed in the same place for too long. The corrupted nearby are coming at you. Where? Where? Am I just blind? Oh, there. Huh, almost finished. Liv, we'll hold it back. Understood. Preparing range support. Ooh. It's a cube! Lee, are you alright? It's okay. I found a way to decipher it, but I need some time. Liv, Commandant, please cover us from the rooftop. Stay put, Lee. I'll take a detour and help you. According to Liv's scan, I can reach Lee via this route. This prototype. I'm still unfamiliar with it, but it shouldn't impact my movement. I'll meet up with Lee first. See, the blue stuff Lee shoots at enemies is flammable. Nice touch.
I will show no mercy.
Hey, I can see the pink cube from here.
Everything in my path.
Pa-ta-ta-ta, pa-ta-ta-ta.
I will show no mercy. May my blade split the night.
Ah! Did that not do anything?
I will show no mercy. The flames
Ta
of
ta ta
my
ta.
blade will cleanse everything in my path.
Ta-ta-ta-ta. Ta-ta-ta-ta. Come here, you. I feel like this one hasn't died no matter how many times I slash at it. Hey, it's still in the pink cube. No! Hack interrupted. Mission failed. Did I do something wrong there? What was I supposed to do? Oh, left control Q. Okay.
Not bad.
Alright. I didn't see that. That Lucia ult just gives you more blades. Oh! That's why it didn't seem like it did anything.
I will show no mercy.
Sorry, I'm late. I didn't notice that it told me to do something just now. That's alright. What's important is that I've managed to crack the encryption. What's this? What? Let's fall back after getting rid of these enemies. I've got something to show Commandant. Yeah.
May my blade split the night.
Can I... Yeah, I can't attack the one in the cube.
The flames of my blade
Did I miss?
everything in my path.
Hey, buddy. Come here.
The battle is over. What's our next mission?
Ooh, that's a pretty view on this rooftop. Commandant, looks like Lee found something. He and Lucia are on their way back to our position. Understood. After enduring the stress of providing long-range support for Lucia and Lee, Liv finally sighs in relief and turns to look at you. Good thing you're here, Commandant. I couldn't have done this without you. You've already done great. Oh, thanks for the encouragement, Commandant. Vanessa assigned us a difficult mission, but I'm glad everything went according to plan. Yeah, if everything keeps going so smoothly... You will see more QTEs from now on when you least expect them. Okay, okay. Man, huh? The blast of an explosion interrupts erupts near the base of the building. After the explosion, you and Liv notice that the roof is now at a clear slant. Liv, Commandant, what's going on over there? The slanting roof causes you to stagger uncontrollably. The pile of equipment off to the side also begins to fall to the ground. It's a jitter bomb. A jitter bomb? Looks like it's too late. You slept all day? That's good, Alpha, that's good. I'm glad you got to celebrate in a way that makes you feel better. They were originally used for industrial blasting, but they were modified for use in the war. The army added encryption camouflage to them, so they typically don't appear on scans. Our operation seems to have alerted Corrupted, but they must have accidentally triggered a jitterbug while converging on this location. Oh. A second round of explosions detonates, causing you and Liv to lose your balance on the already shaky ground. The pile of equipment topples onto the both of you, then carries you off towards the edge of the roof. Commandant! So many explosions. Is it Karen? Liv grabs onto a guardrail and reaches out to you. You struggle to grab her hand, made even more cumbersome by a third explosion. You roll off to the side of the building. Your mind draws a blank as you are overcome by the feeling of weightlessness. Commandant! Among all the equipment falling around you, you catch a glimpse of the rappelling gear Lee had already installed for you. Grab rope! Gripping the rope tightly, it quickly begins to slip. Your rapid descent causes the friction to rub through your protective gloves. Ow! Oh, I could feel that. Intense heat sends blood trickling from the gap between your hands and the rope. Ugh! The blistering pain from your hands fills your mind. Oh no, it's like I can feel it. Your body urges you to let go, but your spirit compels you to grip even tighter. You see Liv on the roof forcefully pulling up the rope, but you're falling too fast to notice any immediate reduction in speed. From the ground level, Lucia and Lee rush over to the building where you and Liv are located. Hurry! Pick up the pace! They're moving faster than usual, but everything seems futile in the face of such a dire, sudden situation. Such a rapid pace has pushed the frame to its limit, causing the frame's cooling system to roar violently as it's overloaded by the high temperature. A series of chain reactions from overheating causes Lucia's frame to emit electric sparks violently. As if in protest to the excessive disregard of safety regulations, Dawn gives out a loud bang, drastically reducing forward progress and causing Lucia to fall on the ground. Is Dawn at its limit? The Commandant will die falling to the ground at this speed. Get moving! However, the collapsed frame remains irresponsive to Lucia. The cooling system is used to operating at such a high frequency, but the legs had overheated and were now inoperable. Well then, realizing the state of her frame, Lucia grabs her katana, charges up a throw, and launches her katana at full force. Despite Lucia's right arm showing signs of being dislocated from the throw, her katana hurls directly towards the Commandant. Finally, the katana collides with the rope in hand, firmly embedding it into the wall with the impact, stopping your fall just 2 meters off the ground. Good thing it stopped the rope from, it just embedded into the wall with the rope instead of cutting the rope completely. Because I feel like that could have also happened. And in that case, Lucia would have felt so guilty. Looking down at the ground, a large crater from the jitter bomb blast can be seen. A large number of corrupted fragments were blasted off the building and into the crater. Phew, that was a close one. With Liv's help, you climb out of the huge crater. Thanks to Lucia's cooling system, her legs regain a degree of mobility. Lee helps her limp back and regroup with the both of you. Both of your protective gloves have been destroyed by the friction. Blood continues to trickle out from your hands onto the ground. Oh, it's like I can feel it on my own hands. You were eating noodles while watching my stream. Sounds like you're having a nice rest. Eating noodles and also sleeping a lot. That's the best kind of rest day. Liv takes out some bandages from the med kit, then helps dress your wounds. Commandant, your hands. Don't worry, I still have feeling in them. I'm sorry I let this happen to you. I'm sorry. Had I not zoned out, I probably could have just pulled the Commandant up. There are too many variables on the battlefield. I don't blame either of you. It's okay. If I'd gotten there earlier. No one should blame themselves. We're all alive, aren't we? Liv quietly finishes bandaging your hands and injects you with a serum. Garlic serum! Now, there shouldn't be any risk of corruption. Thanks. Don't thank me. I didn't do my job. Lee helps Lucia rest beside the ruins, then gets up and walks up to you. Leave the rest of this operation to us. Liv, take the Commandant back to the base for recovery. The Commandant will be a burden otherwise. Lee, I'm just stating the facts. You've helped out considerably, but the Commandant can hardly even shoot. I feel like at this point, you know, after falling in the hole, Lee is just saying this out of guilt. I can imagine he just feels bad about earlier and is now being extra protective to make up for it. And if the wounds go untreated, that may cause even more trouble down the line. Are you worried about me? Not at all. Liv, return to base once you finished giving the Commandant first aid. Alright, Commandant. I refuse. Huh? Lee, why have you stepped foot on the battlefield? What sort of nonsense is this? You can't answer a question with another question. In order to restore Earth as quickly as possible? Sounds about right for you, Lee. I'll take it. Restore Earth with whom? I'll take it. Why bring this up? Everyone has their own reason for stepping foot on the battlefield. You do, so do I. Our convictions to endure has us outrun death time and again. That sentence didn't sound right. The fall in the hole is important for his character development. Hey, at least all it took was a fall in the hole. And, you know, not people he loves dying. Because I imagine if his character development happened through Murray dying or something, he would be a completely different kind of Lee. But we are constructs. You're human. We are inherently different. The moment anyone steps onto the battlefield, constructs and humans are one and the same. Yeah, even if I am extra squishy. We all exist under one name, Babylonia. Oh, and that is 4 years. Me after being injected with garlic serum, I shall punish the punishing and obtain the white hair maidens. I mean, we already technically have one. We have Liv. And maybe we have Lucia, if you count Alpha and Lucia as the same person. Warriors belong on the battlefield. Even so, if you die, all of this will be in vain. Well, I never had a death wish. I'd still like to live long enough to collect on retirement. That's right, my pension! I see. Exactly. You lock eyes with Lee for a moment, then he turns to leave. Alright, sure. But if anything happens again, I'll have Liv send you back to the rear. You won't be able to convince me otherwise. I'll go check the area for any remaining jitterbugs. Everyone stay put. Don't fall into more holes! Finished speaking, Lee proceeds to the end of the street. Lucia ends up against a brick wall and looks up toward you. Great job back there. Thank you, Commandant. I've already recorded the limits and shortcomings of this frame. I'll organize it when I get back and submit it for improvements. But I'm finally understanding what it means to be a captain. Do your thing, Lucia. Hey, do the thing! Julie, do the thing! Understood. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, already at 50%, so this isn't really that long. Night break. Notice that Commandant now talks a whole lot instead of just a few affirmations here and there. I mean, would this count since, you know, this technically takes place before Chapter 1? But yeah, I like having when the MC, like, actually talks. Even if the dialogue options don't really change much, it's nice to actually have dialogue options. How's the hidden so far? Personally, think this is Echo Aria's best part. Yeah, I really like it. I like seeing my Grey Ravens before they get their character development. This is gonna be the norm from now on. Good. Even if, like, I don't hear the MC talking, I like when the MC gets lines, you know, gets some dialogue choices, even if they're not voiced. Zone C, 1st to 13th Street, 32% clear. Zone A, 57th to 65th Street, 45% clear. Zone A, 20th to 34th Street, 29% clear. Zone B, 35th to 42th, 35th to 42nd Street, 17% clear. Zone D, 1st to 45th Street, 83% clear. Pathetic, that's all we've got on our first day of battle. Teams that are lagging behind will need to crank it up a notch. Vanessa, why you gotta be such a bitch? That's such a waste of a good character design. Why can't your character design go to a playable character? At night, the city finally ushered in a brief calm. However, occasional gunfire can still be heard in the distant streets. With the Grey Ravens' efforts, the team finds a safe building in Zone B to be used as a temporary resting point. After reporting the progress of the first day of operation, you enter the rest point from the corridor to find Lee already waiting on the other side of the door. Finished reporting in? Yes. Cup, take a look at this. Lee gently swiped his hand, causing a file to appear in midair. What is it? I deciphered it from the terminal in the city today. The document explains why outsiders can't find any information on the city, because this was an evacuation point for one of the Acadia operations. Which one? I can't recover any specific data, so I can't say for sure which one. Based on the results, the evacuation operation failed and corrupted occupied the entire city. I forgot to hydrate again. Hold on. Give me a sec. Okay. Resources, materials, and manpower reserves, all of which were buried when the city was besieged. In the present era, it looks like others have even gone through and erased records. Why erase the records? Only until recently have we been able to return to this city, but everything was left in disarray. The records fragments are exactly as Lee described, vague words recorded at the beginning of the retreat, then the sudden attack from the corrupted, and the last words of humans that chose to stay within the city. After reading the file, Lee gently taps a corner of the file, and it disappears without a trace. Alright, I'm going to destroy it if you're finished reading it. Why? Well, this would be important information, no? Why are you destroying it? After all, the powers that be don't want anyone else finding any clues about the city. Yeah, but the powers that be aren't giving us that, that order right now. So why destroy it? Records of evacuation erased. Yes, not suspicious at all. Lucia, take watch up top. I'll continue to patrol the streets down below. Rest up, Commandant. Another tough battle awaits us tomorrow. As he finishes speaking, Lee walks past you and follows the corridor downstairs. Did he actually destroy it and we didn't say anything? Prepares to rest. After deciding what to do next, you walk towards the shabby sofa in the rest point. It is the only piece of furniture on the whole floor. Lucia has moved it from who knows where. Ah, she found a sofa for us, even if it is a shabby sofa. The walls are pockmarked with bullet holes. The French windows on the south side were damaged during the evacuation, leaving only shards of glass in the grooves above and below the windows. Unobstructed beams of moonlight shine through the windows, bringing dim light into the dark interior. Sitting on the sofa, your tight nerves from such an intense day can finally enjoy a moment of respite. Commandant? Liv's voice can be heard from behind the sofa. Turning your head, you see Liv walk over towards you. Are you taking a break? I just sat down. I just started to lie down, Liv. What do you want? Are your hands feeling any better? Oh, can't feel anything a bit better. Yeah, saying they're a bit better is good. Instead of saying, I can't feel them. I can't feel my hands. Good to know. How do you feel? Are you okay, Liv? I feel a lot better. I fully regained control of my Levi gun. What to do to have a girl bring in a sofa for us, right? Right? Usually it's the girl trying to, flirt with the guys to have them help them move their furniture. But no, this time it's the girl moving the furniture for us. I wasn't talking about your frame. Huh? I was talking about being in the Grey Ravens. I think there's a huge difference between the Grey Ravens and Egret. I hope that's a good difference. I've heard stories of Vanessa's tactics. I don't need to hear stories of Vanessa's tactics. Just meeting her once already gives me an idea of Vanessa's tactics. I'm not talking about tactics. I mean dynamic. I'm sure everyone else has only ever heard of Egret's successes. Vanessa single-handedly kept all issues with the team's dynamic from ever seeing the light of day. So, is that why Vanessa was so confrontational with you? Yeah, I think she believes that my joining Grey Raven is an act of defiance to her authority. Is it an act of defiance? Because if it is, I'm proud of you, Liv. I'm sorry for everything you've been through. No, it's nothing. Don't be sorry. I mean, yeah, we're not the ones who have to apologize. Vanessa has to apologize. You're a lot different than Vanessa. With our time together, I've gradually come to realize why Lucia was so persistent in the training room. Persistent? Training room? Huh? You don't know, Commandant? I've said too much. What, did she, take them both aside and, tell them, okay, Lee, you don't understand. Our commandant is a softie, so you need to lock the fuck in and to cover their bases to make sure that our commandant doesn't get harmed in any way. Our commandant is squishy and soft in the best ways possible. Never mind, it's no big deal. Maybe Lucia will tell you when the time is right. Got it. That's what makes you so special, Commandant. How so? Well, I think it's the respect and trust you give constructs. You never push anyone to talk about or do something they don't want to. I mean, we did just push Lee into letting us continue with the mission instead of sending me back to HQ, so I can't say we never push, but we push out of love. Every construct at your side has freedom and the right to choose. We can all do as we please. We're not just weapons and tools. Or toys, like what Vanessa says. Am I really that different? Of course. But your unpredictability still makes us worried. So far, Ravenge and Vanessa look like shitty commandants. But the one we met in the ARU, Simon, he seems pretty, like, he seemed okay. It was his construct that ended up betraying everyone, but I don't think that was his fault. He figured it out easily, huh? I mean, just because it's easy for me to figure it out, don't mean I don't like it. I like this already. I really, really like this hidden node. This hidden chapter. But your unpredictability still makes us worried. I hope you'll pay more attention to yourself next time. Don't be so careless. I'll do better next time. I mean, no promises, but I'll try. As for Lee, even though he isn't great at expressing himself, he worries about others to the point of being overbearing. As for Lucia, her judgment may be clouded on occasion, but she still presses onward. Overall, I think every member of the Grey Ravens is truly wonderful. Aww. Look at her little smile. It's as if a little abashed for what she just said, Liv stands before you with her head held low, trying to hide her expression from you. I hope you keep watching out for us. Commandant. It's so much blushing. How am I overbearing and unable to express myself? He was listening in! Oh, Lee, why don't you go in? Standing in the corridor and leaning against the door to the rest point, Lee suddenly sees Lucia walk down the corridor. It's nothing. Really? Lucia tilts her head slightly in confusion and continues to approach the rest point. Reaching the door, she puts her hand on the door handle. Lucia? What is it? I found some things while patrolling the streets. I need you to come retrieve it with me. Liv, my little sister. She's everyone's little sister. Understood. Thanks. It won't take long. Lucia nods and turns to leave. Seeing her go downstairs, Lee sighs and follows her. Unbeknownst to others, Lee looks back at the door to the rest point before leaving. No one notices that Lee's eyebrows, which have been firmly knit since the start of the mission, have finally relaxed for a moment. And with that, he's completed his character development. That was actually a really, really sweet note where, you know, basically Liv just talks about what she likes about all of us. Ah. Secrets of Victory. Lucia, Lee, where did you two go? I had to help Lee get something. We already knew where it was, but then Lee suddenly disappeared. Did Lee run into any danger? Any more holes in the ground, Lee? No, I realized Lee was just pacing around in circles. Oh. The city all looks the same. It's too easy to get lost. Oh, he got lost. Oh my god, I forgot he's like Zoro. Lee, is your navigation module... Shh. Alright. Now that everyone is here, let's continue with the mission. Understood. This is why we need Liv on our team. Lee gets lost. Such a typo. At least I understood what you meant. It's okay, Sticks. The sun rises from the city horizon, illuminating the corrupted lurking in the shadows. Within a split second of metallic scrapping, the corrupted's broken body appears within its own visual module. The signals received in its electric shell gradually fades to nothingness as its head collides with the ground. The last image branded in its memory is a flash of bright red. Lucia, another enemy at your 3 o'clock. Understood. Lucia cleans the corrupted oil off her katana with a flick of her wrist. She kneels at the ready, then sprints off in the direction indicated by Liv. A small red light flashes through Lucia's visual module. With her keen perception, she quickly glances in the direction of the red light to see a jitter bomb lying there. More of these little jitterbomb guys. Ugh. Seeing the jitterbomb, Lucia quickly withdraws behind cover. However, to her surprise, there's no explosion. What happened? I overloaded it. If a threat exposes itself, I won't let it remain a threat to us. I won't allow myself to make the same mistake twice. Thanks. Don't let your guard down. Swear if we send him to the grocery store, he'll be on the moon. Yeah, right. Like if we send him to go get groceries for Lucia's cooking, he won't come back till a week later. And he'll bring back a dinosaur or something. Right as Lucia hears the message on the comms, a bullet from Lee flies past her and takes out a corrupted rushing toward her. However, due to the distance, the bullet fails to pierce the corrupted's protective casing. Seeing the opportunity, Lucia flips her katana up and stabs the corrupted in the head. I've eliminated all the nearby corrupted. Same here. Clear up the remaining corrupted in the center of the 38th Street, Liv. Roger. Liv raises her hands slightly, hindering the horde of corrupted's movement. A pink electric current flows between Liv and her Levi gun. Control secured for 13 seconds. I'll leave the rest up to you all. Alright, Commandant, it's our turn. Reload. Commandant, are your hands really okay? Don't worry. Our instructor taught us how to handle a situation like this. Okay. In the distance, Lucia waves her left hand, giving the attack command. Lee charges out from within the shadows of a nearby building. Climb over barricade. He will not come back for a different reason if Lucia is cooking. Okay, you know what? Fair enough. You climb over the barricade and quickly charge towards the horde of corrupted. As Lucia and Lee advance down the street, corrupted fall before their blade and gun, one after another. As you advance, a corrupted blocks your way forward. You aim the muzzle of your gun between its eyes and pull the trigger. The corrupted falls to the ground with a heavy thud. Commandant, on your left. Why does Lucia get 3 o'clock while we get on the left? Why not 9 o'clock? Even though Liv is suppressing the enemy's movement, that doesn't mean their attacks are any weaker. You turn to the left, barely managing to parry the corrupted's incoming attack. A bullet flies past you, putting an end to the corrupted standing before you. Get your head in the game. I'm sorry, my hands are hurt, okay? And I'm a squishy human, give me a sec. Raising the gun, you shoot past Lee and kill a corrupted about to attack him from behind. You too? In order to maintain stability with the gun, you subconsciously use too much strength in your hands, causing blood to slowly seep from your bandages. I hope they don't see... Oh no, she saw! Commandant! I'm sorry! Oops, you got me. With the collective efforts of the Grey Ravens, the horde of corrupted on the street has finally cleared. Liv suddenly appears next to you. She grabs your hands despite you intentionally keeping them behind your back and out of view. No, it's like a kid getting with his hands caught in the cookie jar. Don't move, I need to give you emergency medical care. After confirming that all corrupted have been eliminated, Lucia and Lee walk over to you and Liv. Because left is shorter to say than 9 o'clock, but right is shorter to say than 3 o'clock, but she said 3 o'clock to Lucia anyway. Liv expertly bandages both of your hands, then both of you look up at Lee and Lucia as they approach. What's wrong, Commandant? I'm all good, no worries. Whatever. Shall we take a break before moving on? Ah, they're all worried. Let's keep moving, the factory's up ahead. The threat will only get worse if we wait any longer. We need to cut them off at the source ASAP. Understood. Agreed. Let's proceed as the Commandant has directed. But I have a feeling they're both also kinda upset with me. I'm sorry, okay? It's not like I wanted to make it bleed again. Oh, that's a lot. Is the factory over there? Looks the same as where we've just been through. That's why I said the city planning here was horrible. Oh my god, he's a critique of city planning. Lee seems to still be bitter about getting lost. Let's hurry up and clear our way to the factory. That's why he said it. He's like, oh, it's not my fault I got lost. It's just the city planning is so bad. This is... What's wrong? We should be able to use it with some adjustment. He's what? Eliminate Musashi. Oh. Hold on, I was reading.
Still trying to run.
Try to detonate device? It wants me to... What?
The Crimson Lotus is in full bloom.
Detonate overload device? How do I do that? Oh. Eh. Oh. Wait, that also... I wasn't expecting that. Just like my calculation suggests. That was very powerful. Are you alright, Lee? Not a big deal, don't worry. Please don't move. I'll give you some treatment. Action capability of construct was damaged. Okay, now can I beat it? The sentry gun is activated. Oh? So we gotta just dodge? Like, I thought this could be useful. Commandant, I'll leave it to you to make the call. What call? What do you want me to do? Ah!
I'm fine.
Wait, I'm moving so slow!
Not bad.
Ah! Can I actually try to shoot them? Eh. Like, do I actually do damage? Doesn't look like it. Ah! Ah, I can't get past it. Ah! It won't let me run. It wants me to stay within the blast zone. Eek. Ah. Alright. Okay, that should be... Yeah, that should make it easier. Oh my god, he's running so slow. Okay, now I can fight this one.
Not bad.
The Crimson Lotus is in full bloom.
Ow!
Fine. I will show no mercy.
Your orders, please.
May my blade split the night!
Yeah! Yeah!
I'm fine.
Reload clear. Continue moving forward. Harvester. Sure, sure.
The battle is over. What's our next mission?
The Grey Ravens gradually approach the factory on 39th Street. As the team presses onward, more and more corrupted begin to appear before you. Lucia takes the lead in cutting off the corrupted. However, several corrupted use this opportunity to attack her. Seeing the oncoming attack, Lucia leaps into the air and slices down through the approaching corrupted. With the failure of the corrupted's attack, Lee's gunfire penetrates their memory shells, giving them no further opportunity to attack. Lucia kneels on the ground to stabilize her frame. All of the corrupted that had attacked this area are now paralyzed at her feet. Lee, 5 corrupted are crawling on the ceiling at 10 o'clock. All clear. Lee, behind you! Ugh, punch. Lee dodges the incoming attack of a corrupted arm severed by Lucia. Luckily, you're able to deflect it before it hits Liv, who is engaged in combat analysis behind you. Are you laughing, Commandant? I just punched corrupted. Of course, that was cool. So of course I'm gonna laugh. Ha ha ha. Yeah. But what are you so happy about? Just seems like we're beginning to act like a team. Enough with that. Blades and bullets fly in the factory as corrupted debris pile up behind. As if aware of the incoming threat, the factory's assembly line begins to rapidly increase corrupted production. A newly manufactured horde of corrupted pours out like a flood of steel from the assembly line, destroying everything in their wake. So much corrupted in both this battle and the sentence. Yeah, the word corrupted just doesn't sound like a word to me anymore. Not since I played this game. Stop them from spreading to other areas. After receiving your order, Lucia and Lee rush forward and attempt to stop the massive horde of corrupted, but a single team is powerless in their attempt to stymie the flood. Before the Grey Ravens and corrupted quickly reduce in numbers as they surge in other directions. Tisk, there's too many. They keep growing. Oh. Sorry, they keep growing in number. Boom. What was that? The corrupted charging the Grey Ravens from the left side were suddenly vaporized by a white light. Is it Egret? Long-range support? Shortly after, another white column of light descends from the sky. Is it Himiko? Swallowing all the operating machinery within the factory in a violent explosion. A wave of scalding machine parts falls at your feet. This landing point... No, this can't be. Is it Egret? Commandant, everyone! Liv calls out loudly and presses your shoulder firmly with her hand. You struggle to ask something, only to find a pink force field gradually surrounding your body. This is... Loki forgot. Did we meet Nugget yet? No, I don't remember a Nugget. Unless you mean Team Egret, in which case we've only met Vanessa. Sorry, Commandant. I started the operation without permission. Do what you believe is right. Got it. The pink force field begins to slowly expand, enveloping each member of the Grey Ravens. Is it a buster call? Shortly after, a third beam of white light descends upon their position and ripples outward. The team attempts to leave the blast area, but a fourth, fifth, no, countless beams of white light pass overhead, blocking any further progress. The entire area fills with the cacophonous sound of explosions and the roars of corrupted. The ground underfoot fractures from the blast, then disintegrates from the next beam of white light. You temporarily feel suspended in space and time as the surrounding area is filled with white light. The sudden bombing finally submerges the entire factory with everyone in it. No, we're dead. Himeko's alive for now. Not yet. What happened? A mysterious cold breeze blows in through the neck of your damaged exoskeleton. The cold tingling sensation travels to your brain along the nervous system, awaking your dormant consciousness. That's a long way to say that you just woke up from getting knocked out. Opening your eyes, you see that the white light has disappeared. The pink force field gradually dissipates, leaving the surrounding area shrouded in darkness. Commandant? Who's calling me? Commandant! I'm here. In response to the call, you instinctively raise your right hand, but feel something hard. Perhaps the sudden movement has caused the rock fragments near your hand to slide down with a clear and delicate clatter. Oh my god, I'm starting to not be able to read. Okay. A sudden beam of light pierces the darkness, illuminating your field of view. Finally, you see the anxious faces of Lee and Lucia standing before you. Don't move, we're getting you out. Lee, looks like there's a support to the left of the Commandant. Let's start from there. Sia, Commandant, we found you. Did I get squished? Alright, Liv could have done a better job, but it should suffice for the time being. No, Liv already did a good job. She couldn't have done better. The exoskeleton sure came in handy. After Lee helps you with emergency first aid, Lucia slowly helps you to your feet. After testing your legs, you find that you can still move. Thanks. Thank goodness. Sorry for making you all worried. It's fine. Just like you said, at least we're all still alive. Liv? Yeah, where's Liv? I remember her being right in front of me. No! No, Liv? We haven't found her yet. I'm upgrading the computing power of my SAR module. Where Liv? Three of you fall silent. All that remains of the factory is a disarray of ruins scattered throughout the surrounding area. The towering buildings were flattened, the foundation blasted askew. Everyone knew that the chance of surviving such a bombing was grim. Let's get moving. She may be trapped in the wreckage just like I was. Got it. Bang! Suddenly a bullet hits the ground beside your foot, drawing everyone's attention. Looking up, you see a handsome male construct standing at the opposite end of the street. Okay, Commandant. I'm glad you noticed that the construct is handsome. Is that a corrupted? Teasel? Teasel, put away your weapon. Vanessa appears behind the construct referred to as Teasel, accompanied by a small female construct. So, you were behind all those explosions. What? Correct. An attack of this magnitude took a considerable amount of preparation. It shouldn't have been used here, but because of your mistakes, I had no choice but to use my precious orbital bombardment. She used a buster call on us! Teasel, that's how you say it, right? Or am I saying the name wrong? You should thank me. After all, I cleaned up your mess before you could cause any irreparable damage. First, you don't thank me, now the three of you are looking at me in disgust. Despicable. Teasel, Bambinata? Stand in front of me so I don't have to see their repulsiveness. I can't look at you anymore. You two, stand in front of me so I don't have to see them. Damn it! If so cute, why such a bitch? Yeah, Vanessa, I like her character design so much. But her personality, The two constructs beside Vanessa quietly step forward, separating you from her. We can't find Liv because of your attack. So what? Even if all of you died in the explosion, so what? Sacrificing one squad to win the battle, isn't that worth it? What do you say, Teasel? You're right. Good. Vanessa smiles and slaps Teasel's handsome cheek with her other hand. Why do we keep calling him handsome if they won't even show us what Teasel looks like? I want to see the handsome face. He suddenly clenches his weapon but quickly returns to normal before the others can notice. Teasel's disheveled bangs obscure his gaze, hiding his expression. Do you know why I hit you? No, I don't. Nothing seems to get through that handsome face of yours. They keep calling him handsome, but won't show him. Bambinata, tell Teasel. Number 1, Master's question must be answered immediately. Number 2, Master is always right. You hesitated, Teasel. Apologies, I will be more attentive. Very well. Vanessa smiles at Teasel's affirmation, then fixes his bangs. No comrade should be sacrificed so carelessly, right? I mean, I get when it's, unavoidable, but in this case, it was completely avoidable, and losing a whole ass squad is gonna be so much more trouble for Babylonia down the long run. Down the line, I mean. Vanessa, the redemption arc win, right? Right? If they gave her a redemption arc and made her playable, I'd pull for her. How cute of you to say that, Chief. What made you become like this? The punishing virus? Alright, as your former classmate, I have a small suggestion. Resign as a commandant, leave the front line and never return. If you were my classmate, then you should know that I was at the top of our class, meaning I'm better than you, bitch! The battlefield isn't suitable for naive fools like you. Deception, exploitation, abandonment, these are all the laws of victory on the battlefield. Stay in Babylonia, work as a liaison officer or logistics personnel for Egret. You can also use Egret's resources that used to belong to Liv before we kicked her. Liv was as naive as you, so she was thrown away like an old doll. Enough! Your hands begin to emit intense heat. The bandages wrapped by Liv had long been undone from the bombing. Blood flows down your arm, along your gun, and onto the ground. The heat dissipation system running at the muzzle indicated that a bullet had been fired from the gun. At the other end of the trajectory stands your higher-up, Vanessa. Tan, ta, tan, ta, tan. Okay, let me drink. This time I remember. Hydrate. Okay. Live! The main roads connecting to the target city with the surrounding area have been blocked by electrified wire meshes. This is taking longer than anticipated. Are you sure you're working to the best of your ability? Ah, Liv, you were a double agent. You're still working for Egret? Ah, I thought we had something. I thought we were getting along. Ah, Livy. I mean, I can't really blame her. Since it seems like Vanessa still has her claws on our Liv. Why are there so many ants suddenly? Hold on. Let me dust out all these ants. Get away. No ants. I don't like ants. Like, in the grand scheme of things, ants aren't as bad as, let's say mosquitoes. But I still don't like them. Shoo! Ah. Okay, that's better. Yeah. Forget it. I'll follow up on your shortcomings once the mission is complete. Seeing Vanessa is giving me PTSD from that chapter. Grandma, this is the past. Yeah, this is the past. So, like, I guess Liv technically still has to undergo character development before she's a true Grey Raven. Probably Commandant, you Sigma male. Yes, make her a Swiss cheese. Yeah, this is, according to Wesley, this takes place before Chapter 1. Now that the surrounding areas have been cleared of corrupted, sealing off the main roads have temporarily closed the city off from the outside world. Mambinata, status report. Still require another 5 minutes to disarm the city's protective barrier. I sent an additional UAV. You have 3 minutes. In 3 minutes, the city will have a temporary power outage. If we don't seize this opportunity to finish the battle, this will come at a greater cost than anticipated. If you cannot complete the mission in a timely manner, you know what the consequences are. I'll try my best. Liv and Bambinata remain silent on the comm channel. Vanessa slowly approaches the window of the temporary headquarters and looks out at the distant city. Oh wait, this is female Commandant. Commandant, you Sigma female! Yeah, that's right! 3 minutes later, Vanessa gently taps her portable terminal. Commandant is Sigma no matter the gender. The factory in the city was the first area to explode, causing all the machinery to disintegrate in the blast. The second round of attacks targeted the central purification filter and the energy center. The ensuing energy leakage resulted in a series of explosions that destroyed most of the city center. Corrupted hiding in the area were annihilated by the blast and the subsequent collapsing of buildings. Heh, looks like the engineering force is gonna be busy. Oh well, reconstruction work doesn't concern me. Vanessa chuckles as a third round of attacks is launched from various firing points erected on the periphery of the city. Missiles sweep across the city, greatly reducing the corrupted forces. Master, why was the third attack launched ahead of schedule? Some of the construct forces couldn't evacuate in time. They didn't need to evacuate. They were tasked with luring enemies to the designated areas. Your naivete reminds me of a former classmate. What a fool. Had they not been sacrificed, the corrupted would have continued to run rampant and attack even more constructs. Is that what you want to see? This would result in our defeat. Are you so naive as to think that you can shoulder the price of failure? Doesn't look like Teasel is a part of this yet, so I guess Teasel came in as a replacement for Liv. Which I guess explains why he still has a bit of fight left in him. He's a new recruit, new hire. But sacrificing a few constructs in exchange for the safety of many more people is a cost-efficient exchange of resources. Is it though? Especially since we need as many constructs as we can get to reclaim Earth. Our operation will save far more people. You should be happy about this, are you not? Seeing as how you made me laugh, I'll forgive you just this once. Liv is too precious, right? She doesn't deserve any of this. Understood, Master. Well, Teasel. Oh, Teasel is here. It's your time to shine. Don't scuff up the new coating I gave you. Understood, Master. After all the preliminary attacks, Teasel raises his weapon and begins to push toward the city, killing all the remaining corrupted to have survived the fire. Since the operation eliminated the corrupted throughout the city with such little collateral damage, Egret had become a highly praised squad by the military. However, Liv did not make an appearance during the commendation ceremony, because Liv knew that this was not the outcome she'd anticipated. However, Babylonia cared not. People only cared about the righteousness of victory. No names are recorded in this righteousness, only the ever-increasing casualty number. Whereas a soldier's duty towards righteousness made Liv realize that there was no room for naivety, let alone doubt. Regardless of the principles, distress continues to weigh down on Liv's heart. In order to give herself some solace, Liv goes to the training room as usual to temporarily distract herself with a round of intense training. Was Liv not a support while under Egret if she's still training? But I guess even the supports are also like really good fighters for constructs. But upon arriving at the training room, Liv discovers that it's already occupied. By Lucia. Think you can take us on, Lucia? What's going on? The female construct, Lucia, is standing in the middle of 3 other constructs as tensions begin to rise. Let me guess, if I lose, I hand over the commandant, correct? We're all ready to be deployed for combat, but who knows how many months it'll take with you. Ha! What? Lucia launches an attack without further hesitation. The battle had already started the moment both sides had readied their weapons. This is part of the interlude. I forgot which one, but one of the Lucia interludes. You stop at nothing to win. After one person falls, the others immediately get into formation. You're the ones who'll stop at nothing. Do you really call this a fair fight? This is just basic squad tactics. Let's get her. Alright. No matter how many of you there are, you're no match for me. The Commandant is my Commandant. Liv presses against the outer wall of the training room, watching the battle progress inside. Shortly after, the fight comes to an end. Liv doesn't understand how someone could like their Commandant enough to do all this. How different constructs could be fighting over the same Commandant. She sees Lucia standing in the center of the room, badly wounded. The other constructs that had provoked her were now rolling on the ground in agony. Lucia props herself up with her katana, scanning the room. The plume one. Ah yes, the plume one. I win. My journey in becoming a Grey Raven won't end here. Grey Raven. And that's when she requested a transfer. Assigned a team member to the Grey Ravens, but I'm not sure where I would find someone at this point. Well, time to make a new construct. The researcher shifts through the construct data with uncertainty until quickly coming to a halt. Looking at the terminal, she comes across a figure in pink. Commander said a support construct is required. How about this lieutenant with first-class military accolades? But she's already assigned to a team. Whatever, I'll leave her file in Commander Nicholas' office. It's his call anyway. Oh, so Liv didn't ask for a transfer. Here's the transfer order for Egret member Liv. I can't believe someone actually wants that naive little toy. Seeing as this is an order from the commander, I'm sure he knows that he must offer another toy in exchange. Of course, Egret has already been issued the right to select an outstanding member in return. Select from any of the unassigned constructs whenever you so please. Egret will also receive preference for additional coatings, weaponry, and frames to make up for any imbalance in combat power due to being short-handed. Well, try to make a new construct. I mean, yeah, basically. Oh, we don't have a construct to fill this team? Oh, well, time to make a new one. What a generous exchange of resources. Well, then take her away. I've been growing tired of playing with the same toy anyway. Toy? Is there a problem? No, it's nothing. I hope Egret continues to achieve victory for humanity. That's a given so long as there aren't any fools standing in our way. Damn it, Vanessa. Damn it. If so evil, why so hot? Alright, time to drink. Okay. Grey Raven's Edge. Imprisoned site now available. I acted without thinking. Commandant, are you okay? The pink force field around Liv barely manages to leave space to maneuver around in the pitch-black ruins. Seems like I had a flashback while unconscious. Guess I'll have no choice but to confront my demons. She acknowledged that she had a flashback. Let's let us go! Even faced with someone such as me, the Commandant has continued to respect me for who I am. Oh. Did you hear that? Someone's shooting at your Commandant! That's the Commandant's pistol. No, the Commandant is shooting at someone! My bad. Are they still in danger? Liv props herself up again and slowly pushes outward, causing the darkness to gradually turn to light. The oppressive ruins around her begin to give away, exposing the familiar architecture before her. This is the train platform from chapter 2, I think. Liv charges in the direction of the gunshot to discover her Commandant pointing a gun at Vanessa. After the Commandant shoots, Lee follows in turn by drawing his guns and pointing them at Teasel and Bambinata. The two opposing constructs raise their weapons and point them at the Grey Ravens. Lucia steps in front of her Commandant and Lee with her blade drawn. Look at that! Infighting within Babylonia! I'm not surprised, actually. Swiss cheese! What a remarkable first gift you gave me. Oh, we actually scratched her. Vanessa wipes the blood off her cheek. Attacking a superior, you won't be getting out of this that easily, Commandant. Bold of you to assume that they would court-martial me over this. They haven't court-martialed me yet. I won't let you continue to insult my comrades and our soldiers so easily either. Soldiers? Do you think dolls that resemble humans are worthy of being called soldiers? They're nothing more than toys and tools to serve humanity's bidding. Are you so naive as to think everyone who's chosen to become a construct really wishes to save the Earth? As a Commandant, you should know that Babylonia has given us preferential treatment when it comes to resources. Follow my orders until the end of the war, and I can assure you as many constructs as you need. Bored of your toys? Are your toys broken? Replace them as you see fit. Why is she talking like she's better than us? Did you forget that my grades were better than yours in school? They're not toys to be played with. They have their own thoughts. They can make their own decisions. The coding rerun event is bugging you. If you didn't pull for Nanami Star Rail, you could have gotten Tsubaki. Liv is the reason why the three of us stand here today. Commandant. Liv! I'm glad you heard me say that, Liv. Tsubaki is one of the alpha codings, right? I think. I'm pretty sure. I mean, hey, Nanami Star Rail isn't bad, right? I'm pretty sure you guys told me before that Nanami Star Rail is actually pretty dang good. So it's not that bad. Guess you're not dead. How disappointing. Seeing you this filthy is appalling. Just as Vanessa is about to continue ridiculing Liv, she takes Lucia's blade and cuts off her long hair. And then somehow she gets long hair back in chapter 1. Though it could just be that, you know, in a different frame, she never cut that frame's hair. Vanessa, this is the artificial hair you picked for me. I've obeyed your orders because I'm bound to my duty as a soldier, but that doesn't mean everything will go according to your plan. I understand that your ruthlessness is a necessity for achieving victory in this war. But this kind of victory does not exist in my ideal future. Everyone deserves to be respected. Lee, who never speaks his mind. Lucia, who's determined yet fragile. Liv, who cares too much for others. Even Teasel and Bambanada, everyone we encounter. To be fair, constructs are just humans with metal bodies. The consciousness is derived from humans. Yes, Tsubaki's is Alpha's coding. You wanna get it. Think Alpha, there's no way the new Alpha wouldn't get a new gacha coding in the future. I hope that you, even though you couldn't get Tsubaki, that you end up getting the new Alpha, then in that case, Motivated Alpha. You deserve to get the new Alpha after your exams. They're all living individuals with their own wills. No toys, not toys for your disposal. The magnitude of standing on the front line makes it difficult to breathe. But the feelings in my heart fill me with excitement. Long ago, I first stepped foot on the battlefield as a medic in the Star of Life. I'd grown numb after so much time on the battlefield. I had even forgotten what it felt like to get excited. But now that I'm a Grey Raven, I can finally help my comrades heal the wounded when I step foot on the battlefield. I am Liv, a soldier of Babylonia, not the lifeless doll you speak of. We're 4 versus 3 now that I'm here. Looks like the scales have started to tip in our favor. Yeah, why hasn't she gotten a new construct yet? Why is her team still 3? That's really your fault, Vanessa. Stand down, Vanessa. I'm sure you'd know the outcome anyway if you just thought about it. Yeah, save up for the new Alpha. That would be better, right? Right? You guys. Commandant, let them leave. Open fire! Lower weapon. You lower your pistol away from Vanessa and look at the others. A long silence fills the streets. It's over, Vanessa. Vanessa stands there and ponders for a few moments, then takes Teasel and Bambanada down the street, disappearing around the corner. After confirming that the Egret team had left, Liv relaxes her clenched hands. Her long white hair flutters away in the hot wind on the battlefield. So that's their reason for why Lux looks a little different from the others, because Lux was chosen for her by Vanessa. Lee ignites the flare, signaling that the area has been cleared. After cleaning his weapon, he begins to think about how to improve his frame's resistance to EMP interference. He's really bothered by falling in that hole, huh? Each unit releases their signal flares, indicating that their areas have been cleared and that this large-scale operation is drawing to an end. You let out an involuntary sigh, and your increased heart rate from the conflict finally returns to normal. You feel someone gently touch your hands. It's Liv. She lowers her head and begins to tend to your wounds that had reopened from firing your weapon. Without saying a word, she bandages your cleaned wounds one after another. Thank you. Isn't it wrapped a bit too thick? But Tsubaki, you wanted to get both. I mean, you could still try to get both, but, you know, that does mean that you'll have less chance of getting Triple S new Alpha. Sorry, Commandant. Liv shows a familiar look of guilt. Unlike before, this time, she looks into your eyes and her gaze turns serious. I went against the Chief Commander and caused you to get wrapped up in unnecessary conflict. My sincerest apologies. But I don't regret what I just did. I had to tell Vanessa and my former teammates about my will as a soldier and member of the Grey Ravens, because this is the most precious thing I have received after meeting you. You all have made me face what I've been running away from all this time. But from what I know about Vanessa, my behavior is bound to have a negative impact on the Grey Ravens. It's okay. I'm sure we can handle a bit of Vanessa's bullying. After going back, I will submit a departure application, to the commanding superiors. I won't let my personal behavior bring trouble to the Grey Ravens. Liv, no. I won't agree to that. Huh? But together we are the Grey Ravens. Whatever happens, we face it together. Also, you weren't the only one who offended her just now. I did too. Yeah, I shot at her. Alex! Oh my god, hello! It's been a while! Hey, buddy, welcome back. I hope you've been well. I always took you for someone who was a pushover. I wasn't expecting you to stand up to her like that. Who do you think I am? After all, I am your commandant. And a peculiar one at that. I'm a softie, not a pushover, Lee. There's a difference. Is there a problem? No. This mission sure has taught us how to act more like a team. Our effectiveness has also improved remarkably. Triple S Alpha, you highly doubt you can even get her at SS3. I mean, you won't get her if you don't try, if you don't believe. I think the current team configuration is satisfactory. Acclimating to a new member would be troublesome. Indeed, Liv, you are without a doubt an outstanding addition to the team. Also, blushing. I want to keep fighting by your side. This isn't out of combat necessity. I just want to
She just wants to stay on a team with her friends. All doing well, hope you too. I'm doing well. I also just named the kitten. I have named it Aang because its fur pattern on its head looks like it has a an arrow like Aang the Avatar. Each of us is an indispensable feather necessary for Grey Raven to soar undeterred by opposing forces. That's right. Sunlight penetrates the thick clouds and dense smoke with mottled rays of light that descend upon the desolate streets. In the dazzling glow, Liv's hair shines with even more radiance. Liv, your new hair looks great. Nah, while I admit I do prefer her with the long hair, she does look cute with the short hair too. Oh, really? 60k black cards, yeah, I know. I think Rojak told me yesterday. But you won't get it if you don't believe. Motivated Alpha, you're supposed to be motivated. So, let's take a group photo to mark the occasion. Before the dust had even settled on the battlefield, you suddenly speak without thinking. Group photo? Mark the occasion. I mean, yeah, this is our first mission all together as Grey Raven, right? Right, we need to commemorate this! Why would you want to do that? This is the first time that the Grey Ravens have successfully completed such a large-scale operation. Today is a memorable day for us. You say this while attempting to activate the camera module on your exoskeleton. The exoskeleton has a camera! Well, it should have a camera, you know, for reports and stuff. But to your dismay, one of the previous explosions seems to have blasted a hole where the camera should have been. Ah, just dropping by because it's midnight here and you're sleepy, so you must sleep. Have a good stream and rest. You too! Thank you for dropping by, Alex. Take care. Just our lucky day. You should have said the module was broken earlier. Lee throws a device to you. I removed this from a recon bot. It can't be focused manually and can only take video. Anyway, at least it can capture the moment. If you want to grab any screenshots from it, you can do that later. Thanks. Looking at the other two, Lucia nods gently. Just do what the commandant says. Ah, look at them. After confirming that the equipment is operating normally, you step back to find the most appropriate distance. You lift your hands and make a square to frame your cherished companions in the shot. 3. Noticing that Liv appears uneasy, Lucia scoots closer, grabs her hand, and smiles at her comfortingly. Lucia's sudden closeness causes Liv to blush slightly, but her tense shoulders relax. 2. Standing farther away, Lee hears you're deliberately slow counting, sighs gently, then turns to the camera and reveals an awkward expression vaguely passable as a smile. Lee, if you're being too awkward, I will show this awkward photo to Murray. Don't think I won't. 1. Oddly enough, none of them are very good at expressing their feelings. However, they've already begun to detect each other's thoughts just based on their actions. Just his lucky day. The cat's name is Pet? No. The cat's name is Aang. Aang like the avatar from the cartoon, because the fur pattern on its head looks like an arrow, just like the character has. They could all convey their hearts without uttering a word. As the disputes in the factory area dissipate, the Grey Raven's first large-scale operation finally comes to a temporary end. I mean, it's still too young for me to know whether or not it's a male or female, but, you know, either way, I think I'm gonna stick to calling it Aang. It's also around the time that the Avatar movie was leaked. I think the movie was leaked like a few days after it was born, so that's an easy way for me to look up its birthday later on if I ever forget. Prior to receiving further orders, a gust of wind passes through the city ruins. Although it fails to disperse the smoke over the battlefield, it also brought a moment of peace to the Grey Ravens. He's the Avatar, he shall save us from the Orange Bread Nation. But everything changed when Orange Bread attacked. Although they'd won the battle, the war is still underway. More battles, perilous danger, and difficult choices await the Grey Ravens. However, the Grey Ravens will face the coming adversity together. Lucia, Liv, Lee, and their commandant. The electronic photo frame on the table in the lounge finally has a suitable picture. Oh, she's back. So the constructs of the Grey Ravens are willing to go this far to protect him. Could my method really? No, my method is the most efficient way to use constructs. Mambinata, what are your thoughts? Master. Silence. Clearly, I don't have my wits about me if I'm asking a toy for advice. Commandant, I'll make you regret your decision today sooner or later. Why are you being such a weird antagonist? Why are you saying I won't let you get away with it after this? Next time, I'll make you pay. Alright, we're finally done with EX04. Echo Aria done. I really liked that hidden chapter. It's so good. It's like, it's so cute seeing all of my Grey Ravens without their character development. Yeah, and looks like after this I can continue with part 2. I'm pretty sure this counts as part 2. Oh man, all this time and I've only gotten this far. Speaking of which, the Orange Bread Nation, no. Okay, looks like after this I can do where was it? Where was it? Okay, I can do both of these, I'm pretty sure. These two Selena. Yeah, the two Selena interludes and Wanchi's. Where's Wanchi? Wanchi. Okay, Wanchi. Let's see, where else? And also, I think this Nanami, I should be able to do it too at this point. Yeah, and then after that, it looks like they want me to do another arcade anima. Oh no, they want me to finish this one. I haven't done that one yet. Okay, I don't think I can do any of the other arcade animas. Yeah, no one is another character we haven't met yet. Alright, yeah, after this, I guess I'll do those interludes. Nanami, Wanshi, and Selena. And then after that, we will do Chapter 14. Oh, where? Chapter 14? Chapter 14, Imprisoned Sight. But that's gonna take a while. I'm guessing it's gonna be the week after that when I finally get here. I have 100k, what? Nah, I think that's 16k, right? That's yeah, it's not 100k. It's not that much. Cappuccino interlude can be skipped. It's just bad in so many ways. I mean, if you say so. I'll decide that later. But if you guys really think it's that bad, then maybe I should just skip it. Alright, for now, I think I should leave that here. Just letting you guys know, tomorrow, I guess I'll try to play Neverness to Everness. You know, see if the bugs and stuff are still there. And, yeah, and then on Monday, we'll go back to PGR. And we'll keep playing until 2.8 of ZZZ is released. Alright, so until then, thank you for joining me tonight, everyone. Looks like we finally finished Echo Aria, finally. And I really liked that hidden node. Okay, as usual, Rojek, Alpha, Alex, if you're still there, Styx, if you're still there, Wesley, Spirit, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you all had a good day. I hope you all have a good rest of your night. How many golden tickets do I have? Golden tickets. I don't know. 7,000. Should I just change all the black cards to golden tickets now? I mean, it'll just automatically change if I pull for it, right? So yeah, 7,000 looks like. Adios, take care. Yeah, all of you take care as well. I hope to see you tomorrow. And if not, I hope you have a good Friday and a good rest of your weekend. Thank you again for joining me, everyone. Have a good night. Have a good day. Take care. Bye-bye. 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 Bye, grandchildren and children. Goodbye. Take care.